aka her costume.
The world has changed. Gone to hell, more like. It started when magic came back. The awakening, some called it. You're rubbing elbows with orcs, elves, even trolls these days. Meanwhile, megacorps bleed the world dry, one board meeting at a time. They own just about everything. But not us. We're Shadowrunners. Mercenaries, operating in the margins, working dangerous jobs for the desperate and the powerful. Being a runner takes more than skill and street smarts. You want to live long enough to get paid, you'll need a team, the right talent for the job. Maybe that's a mage, someone who can fry your enemies with deadly spells. A good decker can jack into the Matrix and bypass the toughest security without leaving a trace. Adepts, riggers, shaman, and don't forget your street samurai. Packing enough firepower and cyberware to take on a small army. Man, magic, and machine. Takes it all to survive in the shadows. Welcome to the sprawl.
Hi guys, and welcome to Shadowrun Corporate Sins. Literally we went live and Claudia went, which you probably all heard. But before that, she passed around a lovely sentiment where she expressed affection towards all of us.
Claudia abhors a vacuum.
And it is wonderful. It is wonderful to be here. In fact, Thumpers, hello! We are going to be playing some Shadowrun tabletop in front of your very eyes and ears tonight. But before that, I have some lovely and exciting announcements. The main one is this Thursday, also known as tomorrow, also known as Thor's Day. If we're going Norse. Just gonna keep throwing it out there. At 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. Bear in mind that is Pacific time, and we have sprung forward, so if you are in Europe and have not yet done that, please adjust your schedules appropriately. Possibly consider using the internet because it takes care of a lot of that for you. Tomorrow, we will be premiering Acquisitions Incorporated, the C-Team, right here in this very studio with Jerry of Acquisitions Incorporated / Penny Arcade as the DM. It's gonna be amazeballs. That is an expression people still use today, right? For the youths, they still use the expression.
You use it.
Am I one of the youths? I am now.
More than me.
My other announcement for you this evening is that we have Honesty Hour with Zach and Johnny Cruz, aka Lucio from Overwatch, which to this day I still am sad that they have not done the voice line because it's like Rufio. It's missing out on something. So if someone, just for my sake, can request that he just say that on stream, and then I can record it, and then I can pretend that that's a voice line that exists, that would be great. Just for me. Just make that happen. But that'll be tonight at 10 p.m. with Zach on Honesty Hour. Right after Shadowrun. It'll be great. With that, let us introduce our players who will be delighting you with their cyberpunk runs.
Yeah.
Hi, I am Tony Beeman. That's at Tiny Beeman on Twitter and Twitch. I play Cromwell, who is a troll. He's an adept, which means he uses magic, not like casting spells so much as augmenting his body and fighting abilities. He maintains that he's British, which you'll be the judge of that, whether that's true or not. He has been beset all his life by Lauren the Red God, who's done many terrible things which you can learn about on our Wikia or our previous episodes. Not all of which you've learned about, but we'll discover how terrible she's been throughout his entire life. He has nonetheless survived with most his edge intact. His name is Cromwell, he's a butler, and sometimes he fights.
Hi there, my name's Janine. I am at Admiral Asma on the Twitters, and I play Ellie Hawthorne, aka Elsie Blackwood, aka Chelsea Whitetree. The 16-year-old now. Just turned 6. Yeah!
Sweet
Moving up
16.
16-year-old human face of the group. So the negotiator, spy, interrogator, and sometimes sniper rifle enthusiast who fled Boston from her Scottish mafia family and hangs out with Cromwell in a very large house and tolerates his dating life.
So to be clear, even though she's 16, she is still not old enough to be shipped with adults.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
But now 17-year-olds.
and her life quest right now is to get a GED. There you go.
Hi, I am Claudia, but on the internet, which is the Twitch and Twitter for me, I go by Jackie Dash. JAKIDASH. Ding. The ding is not part of the name, just to be clear. And I play Fang, who is, I wrote it down, ex-ass technology, ex-cop, who is super cybernetic razor chick with, like, swords, at least 2, and guns, at least 5, 4. I didn't count when I flipped the page. I didn't look. Thought I did, and then I didn't read it. And that's me.
Hi, everybody. I am Cheryl, aka Muppet Aphrodite, on Twitter and Twitch. How many guns?
4. It is
4
4.
guns. 4 guns. Muppet Aphrodite on Twitter and Twitch, and I play Mainframe, who is an elven decker. A decker is like a hacker. They manipulate the Matrix, which is basically the internet. For purposes either good or nefarious. Mainframe's likes include 80s and 90s culture, her robot dog Scooby, and spelling words with numbers. Her dislikes include her somewhat evil parents from Aries, who had her surgically altered as a child to remove the tops of her ears because they were embarrassed to have an elf child. So she has been on the run from Aries for many years and had a recent run-in with the chip in her brain. It's good times.
And I'm Dan Poslins, at Dan Poslins on Twitter. And I play Mordechai, the Dwarven Mage, who supports the team through his spells and spirits, including his mentor spirit, Sharky, who is a shark. He's the oldest member of the group, the most experienced, depending on what kind of experience you're talking about. And he lives in a falling apart Quonset hut in the middle of the forest near Snoqualmie Falls, where no one can find him, with his pet Cornbread, who is a little kitten that he liberated from Japan.
I mean, 1 or 2 people might be able to find him specifically now.
No one can find him.
Oh, is that true?
Yes.
Pretty sure we all know where you live.
Nope.
Fang does not.
Mainframe has
And I am your GM, Lauren, at Random Tuesday on Twitter, Random Tues on Twitch, and I am excited to bring this next episode for you. But before we begin, let us remind you of some important things. If you would like to directly influence the events that happen tonight, you may do so by tipping $10 with the hashtag of the name of one of our characters, or myself, and that person will get access to dice. Because Shadowrun is all about buckets of dice, and the more dice, the cooler you are. So help them be cool, or help me murder them. Your choice. You can tell which one I'd prefer.
You're the least cool of us all right now.
That's so
I know,
mean.
because I spent dice
It's her
last time.
standards, not
You're
mine.
tempting fate.
Why are you being mean to Lauren?
Why did she set such a standard of coolness?
Wait, who's the most
I said
oh,
help
not
you
me.
be
Yeah, we should
cool.
definitely change
they
the
help.
meter.
Okay.
Yeah, not help.
I
I'm
crunch.
already so cool.
don't
I
need dice.
need dice desperately. And
I'm whispering because the mic's picking up.
yeah, I don't know why you're whispering because the mics pick it up. Previously on Shadowrun Corporate. Last time, several things happened. One, the group had a run-in with an individual called Grace Castillo, who was working for an organization called the Hand of Dusk, also known as a cult that is really fond of a particular dragon that is currently known as Prince. Beyond that, they found out some information about this dragon and this dragon's cult's objective. Largely, this revolves around destruction of something they don't really know, but the acquisition of a large army of clones, the infiltration of a large number of corporates, and potentially replacing corporate executives, or at the very least, a significant amount of brainwashing, both of corporate executives and smaller individuals. So, having acquired this information on behalf of the Draco Foundation, MMFEC were liberated to go about their own way, and their own way included Elsie's birthday party, which was quite an extravaganza involving a very fluffy pink dress.
Couple animals as well.
And some animals.
Yeah.
And a lot of revelations.
A lot of like relationship drama.
Yes.
It was so much drama. So much drama.
And love.
And that
Oh,
can be
really?
part of...
Yeah, Elsie felt so much affection.
Oh, I thought you meant.
No.
Okay.
there was some secret roles you didn't know about.
Oh!
Well,
So, after that, MMFEC was hired by a corporation kind of in a hurry. They were a little surprised when Magitek Enterprises contacted them about a run that they needed done pretty much right then and there. Magitek Enterprises had a team of, or an engineering team that they had at their office, had been abducted, or at least had disappeared, and they hadn't heard from them, and they suspected some foul play was involved. Either that these individuals had chose to leave and take some information with them, or that someone had forcibly removed them. So MMFEC were hired to find out where these researchers were, and once they were located, to ideally bring them back along with, or bring back the information if the researchers had chosen to leave and steal it. They immediately discovered that the organization cared a lot more about the engineer than they did the research assistants.
They're jerks.
Bottom line. So, this is very distracting, but I'm gonna power through it, guys.
I haven't heard a single word
Yeah.
you've said.
I figure, really, if you ask me any questions about what happened last time, I'm gonna tell you to pull the
Great.
VOD up on your phone.
We're table A. We're alpha table. This is what we do.
Hey,
We rock
they
that.
value
Alpha
their,
or
they-
awful?
Oh, we've been hit with a pun.
That wasn't a pun. That was pretending wordplay.
That counts as a
It
pun.
was wordplay in disguise.
So MMFEC investigated the laboratory, wherein they discovered, or were suspicious that one of the laboratory assistants, Tara Alexandros, had been replaced in some way. She was missing a necklace that she had been wearing in the morning and after her lunch break in the evening. They also suspected, no longer had it, they also suspected that potentially these individuals were knocked out through some sort of gas delivery system. There was some video evidence that was recovered that suggested Tara had been putting on a gas mask or something over her face before the other two individuals in the lab fell unconscious. They tracked Tara's actions at lunchtime to her going on a lunch break at the nearby mall, where there was a food court. And had then decided that the best course of action was to head to the mall,
Yeah.
To the
And-
mall!
go attempt to find out what happened to Tara during her lunch break, discover if she was influenced, kidnapped, captured, replaced. They also noticed that there was some sort of magical residue left over, or astral signature left over in the parking lot near the Magitek Enterprises, but there were no magic had been done within the facility. So,
I still
we
remember.
find MMFEC in the van, or the vans, or the motorcycles, however they choose to get there, driving the short 5-minute or so drive to the Cross Center Mall in picturesque suburban Bothell.
We did decide it wasn't just one mall, it was like a series
It's
of
like a strip mall,
buildings.
right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
mostly outdoors. There's a food court.
As someone said to me this week, outdoor malls in Seattle, such a good idea.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you're being
we
sarcastic.
have a lot of them.
We do.
They're good for the environment because then there can be grassy parts where like the water can be absorbed by the grass.
Or by people.
Also
So there you go.
means you don't have to pay for like
Yeah.
heating and
Oh,
air
yeah. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
conditioning.
Yeah.
So these Magitek little piggies, they're trying to make like a bigger door, right? Or a bigger wall anyway.
Well, I couldn't tell exactly what it was, but the
No.
barriers that were in there were actually solid. Like they were
Right.
the magical barriers were coming off of the physical world barriers, so.
Right, for those of you who don't see the astral plane, it's like the ground itself, right? I can't see into it. I can't punch the astralness away from it exactly. It's like they built that into a wall, like an adobe hut, but tiny like. Normally, if you make an adobe hut, the sort of astral barrierness doesn't really translate up. Once it's not part of the Gaia-sphere, it's not exactly a barrier anymore.
I didn't know you knew that much about
Right,
how
well,
the astral world worked.
the bear's all about how to get honey, and bees know how to use the Gaia-sphere to protect the honey, so if you're a good bear, you have to know what you can get into and what you can't.
I guess that makes perfect sense.
I also probably had a lot of small children read you books about the Gaia-sphere.
I know all about the Gaia-sphere. It's the heart of the bear.
Sure.
For those
Anyway,
that don't know what the Gaia-sphere is. It is the name for the magical aura, or astral aura, that surrounds the planet Earth, and as you extend away into space, it disappears or tapers off. So astral or dual-natured entities that go into space are screwed.
So it's kind of like an Earth matrix.
Kind of, if it were alive. Like, I know the bear doctors love it, and they say it's like Mother Earth. When people talk about that, that's the Gaia-sphere.
it's where all the magic comes from.
And you said they manipulated this at Magitek.
Well, they were able to. I think what Cromwell is saying is they were able to make a wall that's actually standing in the world behave the same way that the world itself does, because I can't, for instance, project through the solid Earth.
Oh.
That reminds me, I took these. I don't know if I should just give them to Miss J or if you can tell anything from them.
Are those the clippings from that plant?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I had a pretty good look at them before, and I mean there's some magical properties to them, but nothing that I could really make sense of.
Have they changed at all in nature since we left?
No. I mean, you probably would notice that, like, the magic may slowly be draining out of them because they have been clipped.
So I know that plastic bags don't exist in the future because we're trying to save the world, and we obviously did. Is there any, like, fast food containers around the car that we can then put the clippings in to preserve them from the world? Like a plastic baggie?
If you're asking whether there's trash in my van, there is not trash in my
Do you
van.
have, like, a Ziploc? Like,
I have stuff in my
I mean, there's
kit.
trash in my
Okay.
bag.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd like to,
I mean, I keep like bags of fake vomit on me, so.
if someone
I
can take a picture, I can send it off to the bear doctors. They've got a bunch of botanists and plant
yeah.
people like that. They might be able to identify it.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't tell them where you got it from, but I'll send you a picture of it.
All right, I'll send it off to pick a verb and an animal, and there's probably a botanist with that name.
Otter.
Struggle.
Struggling otter.
Yes.
struggling otter.
I like this game.
So now that we're off of Magitek property, I mentioned this a little bit to Elsie while we were inside, but Miss J reached out, and she proposed, if we are amenable, that we potentially double-cross our new employers. By sharing the information we may obtain about the nature of the research with her. She said it was not required, but she did place the request.
Using law enforcement tactics, my skill in law enforcement, do I know how much screwed are we if we double cross a Shadowrun, which is technically an illegal operation anyways? Like, Shadowrunning is not...
You know that there's no legal recourse for the corporation.
Oh, right.
Like, they can't, it's not like you signed a contract that said, we shall, and you didn't sign, like, an NDA. So
Oh, cool.
legally they have no recourse.
Great.
They may still choose to take some sort of action against you.
Like shoot us.
Like,
Did,
shoot you,
Yeah.
not pay you.
Oh.
I mean, I certainly
knew.
would recommend that we withhold the information until we are paid by our initial employer, and then we can share it out. That might be our first round.
Why would we betray them at all. Like that's
It's a good question.
Because this Jay's a baller.
Oh, Miss J also offered 10K. in
That's
payment.
right. That's what it's. I have 10K written on it, and it didn't have anything written here. I'm like,
Yeah.
what is 10K?
Yeah. She also will pay you more. Pay you for it.
If you're interested in Nuyen, there's a fair amount of it in it for us.
how much?
10,000.
I'll do it.
I don't really care as much about the Nuyen, but Miss J is nice, and those guys were dorks.
Yeah.
I'm less concerned about nicer dorks, but I agree with you that Miss J tends to find a way to make good with information in a way that pleases us and our general motives. However, I withhold personal judgment until we see the nature of the data.
Yeah. I mean,
But in the interest of sharing and honesty, just putting that all out on the table, I would appreciate we use discretion when dealing with our Magitek friends.
Why did you do
And don't.
Oh shit.
Well,
Why did you tell her the secret, or what did
just
we
let
tell you?
Elsie do the talking.
Yeah, okay.
If there's talking to be done, and everything will be fine.
I don't need to lie. It's cool.
Cromwell, do you have any of that narco jet on you? Just in case.
Guys, Tara Alexandros has been through enough.
Yes.
Yes, totally for Tara.
I might have some narco jet. For appropriate purposes only.
I have things.
Is there a rider for appropriate
That'll do.
purposes?
Well, I'm not gonna try to jam it through the brain of a troll killer in case anyone's worried about that.
Well, that's a good start.
Been there, done that.
It wasn't the brain, it was like their throat.
Yeah.
Well, we can't betray them until we get the information.
That's true.
So
Great. Who
Though
wants to
the
stand?
attempt to get the information would probably be considered the betrayal on their part, because they did explicitly tell you to not dig into what they were researching.
Oh, well, we're totally gonna do that, and then we're gonna share it. Again,
At which
why
point
did you
we
tell me the
immediately
secret?
demanded to go into their secret research room,
Yes, you
poked
did.
and everything.
So let's go see if we can dig up some witnesses.
Can we divide in, are we dividing into Team Wheelie Steely and Team Tango?
Well, maybe later, but right now we just have the one store that's a lead, so splitting up might be a little bit.
Well, we don't know which one she went to for lunch.
It was
have
the
a name.
Subway, right? Like
No,
that
we
was-
had,
Soy Way?
We
Soy
thought
Way?
it was
No,
Soy
they-
Way.
yeah,
We
they-
just have no idea.
We
pretty
determined
usual.
that there was a soy way there. You don't know where she ate lunch. You just know that this mall is where people go.
Do we have a picture? We're gonna play it like Book It Cops, where
Yeah.
we go door to door and be like, "Have you seen this woman? She might," and
This
there
seems like-
might be a
This
murder.
seems like something you have experience with.
I have done that once. I got in trouble.
All right.
So
I mean,
You would be able to notice as you approach that there's not a particularly high-level host for the mall.
Okay, there's a low-level host. And how many restaurants are there that we're dealing with in this location?
It's about a dozen.
A dozen. How many of them are open at lunchtime?
All of them.
Oh.
Lunch is probably their bigger hours than dinner is.
people don't go to dinner.
This sounds like a
Not
job.
at the mall.
This sounds like a job for our law enforcement friends, Charlie Ammer and
Shall
Zach
Roscoe.
Slater?
Shell,
Oh,
Zach
Shantae
Slater,
Dix. Chantal
and
Dix.
Chantel Dix.
John Del Dix. So why don't maybe we should split up if Mainframe can access their crappy host.
If you'd like.
But maybe I can see if I can dig up some. You said is there a food court?
Yeah, this is kind of it's like a nicer food court.
Yeah.
Like they're not full restaurants, but they're not like just the sort of walk-up bar. It's like,
Maybe you guys can talk to some employees, and I can actually try to dig up and see if there's any regulars in the food court. Because it's like all these people work in the same buildings. I imagine that somebody's has seen her at lunch before and maybe saw something.
All right. Are all the restaurants in the food court or just some?
yeah, that's the food of the mall.
Sufficiently laid out.
Yes, it's the future.
this doesn't seem that complicated. Let's just
No.
go from.
Can you send us into it if you have any leads, Mainframe? I think you're great as our point person on this one. if you like, definitely go to this person. There was a kidnapping there. I've seen it through the Matrix eyes.
The other thing is having information on like where she went or times might
Or
help
like
you,
the
because otherwise
footage
you
of the van she went out in, that kind of
because otherwise you're gonna have to look through. It's gonna take you a while to just sift through all of their footage and everything that they have for security.
But we already have.
You have a rough time frame of about an hour to look at.
And what was that?
It was 1 to 2, give or take. Probably like 12:53.
And that's previous day, right?
That's this day.
This
today.
same day.
Yeah.
So we're at dinner time, and that was lunchtime.
So they contacted you at about 6:30, 7 p.m. And they were noted that they were missing at about 6. Yeah, they probably contacted you at about 7, and they noticed they were missing
still
about
open.
6.
Mall's doing fine.
Oh, are they? We're lucky the mall's still open.
Oh, the mall's 24 hour. The food court might not be. It's the Shadowrun. What mall would ever close? You can't make money at night if you're closed.
Yeah.
All right, I'll see what I can find. Good luck, team. Ask all the questions.
Can we be team get all the answers?
I thought you were. Yeah, you can be whatever you want. I thought you were. Yes.
I would love it if you want to split into 2 teams.
Do you want anything from the food court? Because I know you're gonna be the van, and I'm gonna miss you.
That's very nice of you. Some fries and some one of those little pizza things would be good. Thank you.
A
Yep.
calzone.
I think they have an Anti-Evo's pretzels here.
Divas pretzels.
They've got Seder Barrow.
Oh, do they have like
Pizza, they
the
have
corn dog
soy
nugget
whey.
things there, or the pretzel nuggets? That's what I want with the hot dogs inside.
You mean the soy dogs?
Dairy
Yeah.
Wuxing?
Dairy Wuxing and Wuxing Sad Panda Express.
Oh,
Yep. These are all stores that exist in this mall.
I look for to see who's hanging.
There's
around.
also Sederbahn.
Yeah, I look to see who's hanging out in the food court.
All right, so you wander in the food court. It's a fairly large area. There's some kind of like nicely arranged seating. It's, a mall that people go to for lunch breaks for the food court, and then full of traditional stores like Carrie's Accessories.
Cold Topic.
And Cold Topic.
Cold Conversation.
And Never 2022. So
We're so witty, guys.
we really are. We're the funniest. Please, I hope chat. You
Chat.
are naming other stores.
Let's fill
Old
in.
Army.
Old Army. Space. The space. All right.
And Radio Shack is still there.
Still there.
And it still carries batteries, even though no one uses them anymore.
And random bits of wires.
Yes.
Actually, Mainframe's pretty excited that there's a Radio Shack, and she may visit it afterwards.
Good.
Veronica's
They're better to get 90s memorabilia than
Then a Radio Shack. In fact, Radio Shack has just turned into a 90s memorabilia store. They don't realize it though. That's not their business
They're
model.
like, why are these hipsters coming in? 90s
That's why they're popular.
So you're gonna go check around the food court?
So you, what in particular are you looking for?
I'm looking for people that look like they've come off of a work day or having dinner.
Yeah. So you're kind of on the tail end of that. You see maybe 2 people that would sort of fit that description.
Right.
They're like basically in kind of that disheveled what you do to your suit after you are done at the office and you no longer want to be wearing it. There is one, a gentleman who looks, he's with like a couple of other people and they look like they might be there as a group, seem relatively cheerful and chatting while they are eating their soy whey. And then there is another just like sort of sadder like looking woman just eating her sad panda noodles.
I will go up to Sad Panda Woman.
Oh, thank goodness.
Kind of figured you would have to sad panda woman.
Yeah.
She's eating her noodles.
And I say, excuse me, do you eat in this food court a lot? Like, I'm looking for my sister. And I pull out, like,
I
photo.
I suppose I come here regularly. It's close. Are you doing a survey or something?
No,
or...
so my sister didn't show up for her second half of work today, and so we know she was here between 1 and 2 p.m. And so I'm just trying to figure out if she what happened to her.
I'm so sorry. Was she here at 1 or 2 p.m.? I wasn't here then.
Oh.
And she just a sad tear just kind of rolls down her face.
No.
I was in a meeting.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bother you.
This is the worst.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to eating my noodles now.
Okay, do you need to talk to somebody?
No, I'll be fine.
Okay. You hang in there, okay?
If you're counting the number of times Elsie's made someone cry, increment the count.
I didn't even mean to that time.
Okay, she goes up to the group of people. Same thing.
They're laughing a lot more raucously. The energy is very different.
Excuse me, sirs.
What?
Hi, I was wondering, I'm looking for someone. I was wondering if any of
Okay,
you
good
were
for you.
here between 1 and 2 p.m. this afternoon.
So the guy who looks like he's seriously. No. What do you want?
I wanted to know if you were here between 1 and 2 p.m. I was pretty direct.
And then one of the
about
other ones is like, oh my god, stop being an ass. I was on my lunch break then. What do you need?
that. So, I'm trying to find my sister, and
She's dressed in all pastels. And then you can see her name badge says Cold Topic.
I get it.
Yeah, so my sister, we think I think something may have happened to her. She went on her lunch break and she never came back, and she's she comes here a lot, and so I'm just seeing if anybody was here today and saw her, or
Sure, the picture. Give me a performance. How kind are they feeling towards you?
So many yellow shirts. I should definitely go there.
The sad Panda woman gets up, dries her eyes, walks away.
Am I worried about her?
5. Just telling you what's happening in the background. She's sad.
It makes me nervous when you do.
Is everyone who's eating sad panda food sad, or just her?
Just her, as far as you can
Okay.
tell. That's not a conspiracy.
Six world, we don't know.
Did they run out of
God, going on
peach?
They ran
Peach
out
beef?
of peach beef.
Oh my god.
It's the future, dog.
So she looks at the image and goes, "Oh my god, I don't know her name, but she comes into my store every so often. I don't think I saw her today though.
Okay.
But she definitely does come by here. Maybe if you check with, where's the other place? She really, really likes to shop at. She always comes in with a bag from what's that store called?
Veronica's Diary?
No.
Victoria's Secret. I'm sorry. Black
Veronica's
Diamond.
Diary. Wait. Yes. From Veronica's Diary.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know she shops there. Okay, well, thank you.
Well, good luck. I really hope you find her. And
Okay.
the other guy starts giving her a hard time or whatever, and she punches him in the arm.
Ah, bros.
Bros are the worst.
I relay that information to Mainframe. I'm like, I got very little, but they think she might shop at
Victor's
Oh,
diary.
Veronica's Diary.
Veronica's
Oh, yeah.
Diary.
Veronica's diary.
Great. So, that helps. That's one place to focus on. The next opportune moment, she will.
Okay.
Mordechai moves.
Go ahead and make your roll for getting into the host. We'll just roll a new one.
Mordechai moves to intercept the sad woman who's leaving. Hey, What's wrong? Just tell me.
Well, you're intimidate?
Oh my God.
I know he does.
I'm gonna use 4 thumper dice. Cool. 5.
She just starts crying.
I said tell me what's wrong.
And she tries to push past you and run out.
Use your words.
Do you try and stop her? Otherwise,
I
she's
do.
Do you like grab her?
No, I don't grab her forcibly, but I follow her and I say, hey.
Leave me alone! Why are you following me?
I want to know what's wrong.
I don't know who you are, and I don't really want to talk to you.
It'll feel better if you tell someone.
Please leave me alone.
Trust me, I know a lot about emotions.
And she gets into her car. Like, are you gonna continue harassing this woman?
No.
Fang jumps in the car.
Can't you manifest a magic mouth in her car?
No, I'm not going to take it that far.
He did try to help. Like,
I
noticed
no,
that.
this is really uncomfortable. This woman just wants to be left alone, and Mordecai is forcing, like, walking through a parking lot after her. Like, this is not an okay thing.
But his golden heart grew to
It's-
death that day.
He tried his best.
Don't do that in real life.
Mordecai's not very woke.
Oh, well, he's a hobo. That's how hobos handle things. They follow people on the
God.
street.
Oh my god. So the Matrix.
How is entering the house going?
So she gets the mainframe in AR. The mall is way more grandiose than it deserves to be.
Oh, yeah.
Like they're trying too hard there. It's like there's a lot of fountains. And it's clear that like there were fountains in real life, and they have long since dried up. But the ones in the
There's
Matrix
just like
still,
concrete circles still left in the
green
ground.
circles with mold and stuff. But in the Matrix, you can still see them. She gets 5 hits on an attempt to mark the host.
You are able to mark it and enter it.
Excellent.
And so as you look around the host, you kind of see, again, especially in AR, it's like the fanciest version of the mall. And you are able to kind of pick out the icons, what looks like the camera network, and that leads to kind of a security station. None of it is particularly, it's a mall. It's mall level security. You're a Shadowrunner.
Mordecai, there's a security guard on what looks like a Segway heading your direction. So
Seg drone.
maybe lay off whatever the hell you're doing over there. And
Yeah, in terms of security, there's probably maybe three or so security guards that kind of patrol the area. They don't have any automated defenses. They're not going to unleash gas or electrical attacks or turrets on you.
where's the fun in that?
Their security, like, you can see kind of all the cameras and all of that, like, feed information. Most of it's like security sensor cameras. They do have like doors that are locked and will sound alarms.
So I notice that there's like ads that are tailored to, my persona and what sin it thinks I have. And Mainframe wants to see whether or not there's any way she can figure out where Tara was based on the advertising history.
Mm-hmm. So to do that, you would need to access they have like, you can see like the security files and stuff. Basically, you kind of follow them to the mall digital security office, which is roughly where the physical security office would be. And in there, that's where they would store that information. So you're able to see like kind of the icon showing, these are all of our data files, like advertising files. And from there, you could like access your personal settings and adjust them. If you would like to manipulate them, or they're encrypted, so you just need to decrypt them to be able to get inside.
All right, I will go ahead and do that. 4 hits, decryption.
Nice. So you, sure. Yes. So you break open, pull off like the decryption of the files. It's basically like gift wrapping. So it's like undoing the gift wrapping. And inside you're able to, They keep some cached information, but basically when people connect to it, more of the information goes back to, in this case, it's probably Horizon that's running the server. So it'd be where that kind of provides the advertising services for this particular mall. So there's a little bit of locally stored information, but a lot of it is cached and then sent on to the advertiser. So when someone connects to the network, it can pull from a bigger resource of information.
So is there anything for Terra locally? Unless...
Yeah, go ahead and give me a matrix perception with your clue dice.
3 hits.
So you're able to sift through. You see, so all of the like information about individuals is somewhat encrypted, like that's stored, like they access it and it comes from a more distant location.
Like little capsules from one of those vending machines.
You are able to notice that there was an individual that had some ads that seemed to be targeted based on the kind of bits of information you have about her of Cold Topic and Veronica's diary.
You need a better name for that. Veronica's.
No, Veronica's diary.
Nope, that's what it's
Diary.
called.
Okay.
That's what it's called.
We'll go check it out.
Yeah. What else are we gonna do except for Fang is going to every place and buying at least 3 menu items for each one?
Does it tell me which advertisements were triggered and where during the time she was in the mall today?
So most of the advertisements, if they're tied to physical location, were around the food court. There was one over a couple near Veronica's Secret and kind of through there. And then there was also another one at, why not Never 22?
Just one, never 22.
Or, yeah, those are kind of the path you can kind of see. So it comes, you see kind of the trigger, it looks like it was from the entrance, hit a couple of stores, and then food court.
The food
and
court
then
was the
left.
last stop.
Yeah.
We should check out a couple of those locations and see if anyone... We're really just looking to see if anything was off or odd about.
Yeah, like if there's like an entire, like if there was like, oh my god, this person passed out in our store today because gas was used once. Why wouldn't they use it multiple times?
Right, well, we think they switched her out, right?
Right.
Replaced her. Would the Doppel Terra have like the same sin necessarily? Would she be triggering the ads or?
You know, if I wanted to knock somebody else out and replace them, I'd do it maybe even in a changing room.
And then that's where you can change clothes.
Yeah, it's a lot more
that
private
one
than
time
trying to do it in an
You
alley.
did it in the bathroom.
Yeah, you definitely do that. I didn't
But
know.
it's like way more secure than being on the street and doing it.
Right. Well, Veronica's diary, if I remember, has pretty secure dressing rooms.
All right, who's gonna? So
At this
which,
point, they have broadened their
follow up on
which of
clientele.
us wants to ask that question?
They have broadened their clientele.
Yeah.
They cater
Got me a
to
really nice bathrobe.
to all
it
bodies.
was like this thick.
Did he have to try it on?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you two in the parking lot right now?
No, I went into the mall.
Okay.
I assume-
How much time did you spend in the parking lot, or would you?
Probably.
Did you astrally sense the parking lot? Is the question I am
Yes.
asking
Oh, I
either
did.
of you.
On
Great.
the whole way
Give me
in.
your
Yes.
rolls for that. You didn't ask.
I mean, you did, but they should be yes.
I'm gonna use 3 thumper dice.
So while they're doing their real world is sensing, Mainframe will take that phase of
4.
data and look at the video. So I'm assuming that's an extended test.
Yeah. Go ahead and decrypt the videos as well.
I feel like it's gonna be Veronica's
4
diary.
and 2. You don't really notice anything. You think you might kind of get a feeling of that same signature that you saw or felt in the parking lot
I'm focused on the woman I'm trying to help.
of the mall, but yeah,
so-
you're really distracted by this sobbing woman that feels like she's being harassed because she is.
She was already
4.
sobbing.
4.
She was sniffling and now she's sobbing in her car with the door closed and the window rolled up,
Why isn't
and then
she step away?
if
Something
you
is
move
just
any
sniffling
closer.
turned up to
Dude,
an
you're
8.
like really close to getting tased, bro.
So did you get the astral signature from outside of Magitek?
I looked at it.
Okay, so you definitely sense that same astral signature is here. You don't sense like any major spells were cast in this parking lot in the way that they were potentially done in the other one, but you could probably take a little bit of time. It might be easier for like something with the search power to do it. to track the astral signature, but definitely the presence was here in the mall.
That's interesting. I relay that information. We have a couple of these to follow up on. We could track the signature. We could check out Veronica's diary first. Let's just combine the two and see. Let's go in there and see if I recognize the signature in Veronica's.
And you could be the astral portion, and I'll be the actual seeing portion.
So
Right.
you're telling me that the signature of that mage is out in the parking lot? So I can just send Sharky also to look to see if he can find it.
Sure,
No,
we
wait.
can do that. But in the meanwhile, we'll check out Veronica's diary because I think we've got a pretty good hypothesis.
Hypothesis?
There aren't even any H's in the middle of the word.
Hypothesis.
Hypothesis.
Hypothesis. That is kind of hard to say in a terrible British accent.
Yep.
Hypothesis.
I don't think I don't think it's in the parking lot. I think it was the parking lot.
Right. What I'm saying is, if there's lingering, like a lingering astral signature.
I'm trying to take Fang into Veronica's diary.
She's the one asking me.
Like mainframe. While they're arguing over this, what'd you get for decryption and then?
Wasn't sure if you wanted me to roll separately or together. So
Go ahead and give me the two separately.
Okay. So for Veronica's secret, I got 3 on decryption. For Never 22, I got 5, and for Food Court, I got 8.
Oh, I thought you were just decrypting the cache of files. Yeah, you're fine. You successfully decrypt the cache of files that has all of the video footage.
Rendered it all into tiny individual bits.
You like just sat there and organized it. It's
She does
amazing.
not want to contemplate Cromwell at Veronica's diary. She's
Yeah.
like, great, I'm going to focus on my work.
Yeah.
Focus on me. I just don't. I'm gonna be there too. Cromwell's like he can make his choice.
Is Fang flirting with mainframe?
I don't know.
I don't know what's going on.
Focus on me and the underwear store.
Fang, you have to stop flirting with all of us.
I'm so
we can
sorry.
do the job.
I'm just so great.
So, as you sift through the files, you kind of pick up. You notice you are able to get a glimpse. It's not a great shot, but you do see a woman who comes in that matches Tara's description, comes into the mall at about a little bit past 1. And you're kind of able to track using some of those locations, and you do eventually see her. She goes into Never 22 and also into Veronica's diary. And then you see her in the food court.
necklace?
In the food court, she's by herself the whole time. So she doesn't, she's not eating or interacting with the other people. When she comes in, she's by herself. You are also able to see the individuals matching the other 2 descriptions. They're at the food court chatting for a while. They do all meet up together and head out. She is, give me just a basic visual perception about for the necklace.
3 hits.
She does not have the necklace at the end. She does have it when she comes into the mall. And she loses the necklace. For as far as you can tell, you're not 100% sure which store it was.
We can check in
'Cause
Lost
you're-
and Found and see if
Yeah.
someone's turned it in.
Oh.
So that means, she had it at the food court.
She did not have it at the food court. She had it when she came into the mall. She left
Okay,
after
so
the
she
food
lost it before the food court.
court. Yeah, so it was definitely one of those 2 stores. It disappeared somewhere in there.
You
You don't
figure-
have great
You
views
figure
of either of them.
if she didn't drop it, the person who replaced her would have put it on. So maybe there was a struggle, it got lost.
Oh, because why else would she put on the rest of the clothes? But having it turned in doesn't really help. Anyway.
I want to check the parking lot as well. I don't know if any of you has a separate test, but if there's any evidence that something happened, if they found astral signature in the parking lot, is there any surveillance cameras pointed at the parking lot?
Yeah, there are plenty. So it might take a while. You would need to look at the surveillance footage of the other parking lot to see if you could match up to whatever vehicle it was that had that astral signature. I don't think you saw footage from the parking lot at Magitek. Did you? Did you not? I don't remember.
We established there was a van.
Yes. Okay, if you did establish there was a van, you take a little bit of time and you are able to match up. The same van appears to be in the parking lot, some distance away from the entrance. You see an individual who you can't really make out super clearly, like they've got sneaky, stealthy thing going on.
Just like super emo.
Yeah, no, basically you see a person you're pretty sure came out of the van, and then they're kind of hard to keep track of. You don't seem to have, and you can't match them up on any of the footage going into either of the stores.
Okay, so there's another actor somewhere in here that's doing something, and the 3 people did not get into the van that I've just identified. They did not.
Yeah,
Okay.
they got into the same vehicle that they arrived in. You're able
Okay.
to see that.
But I can't cross-reference that sneaky person with any. Okay.
Nope.
So I relay that all back to the group. The van I found in the footage over at Magitek was here. They did not get into it, but there is somebody else. There's some third party. I can't find them on the mall footage, but they got out of the van. And then we know the van was at Magitek later. So somebody was in the mall, probably doing something to our poor, what's her nuts?
Tara. What's her name? Sad panda lady, Tara.
And you said
Who
this,
cares?
the second of the stores she went into was Veronica's diary.
Yeah, she went in number 22 first.
Seems like that's the one to check out first.
So in the meantime, I'm going to summon Sharky to
All right.
follow that astral signature.
It's never.
Crying women, do not take dwarven aid, but I'll make lemons into lemonade. 4-6 summon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits.
Your net hits are 3.
Okay. So Sharky appears resplendent on the astral plane. Sharky, find the mage. No, the other. Mordecai actually takes a minute to.
He just like points at you, like a dog.
And Mordecai looks behind him. No.
Do you get any more? I assume you point him in the direction of the astral signature after that.
Sharky is being deliberately flippant, but
He is.
that's
Saucy.
okay.
He has many flippers to do it with.
Yes.
Oh, she'll be here all night, everybody.
2.
She has to be.
That's true. It's 2 flippers and the rest are fins. I guess they're all fins. Whatever. Anyway, moving on. Sharky will go off. Go ahead and roll his search for it, and I'll come back to you. It'll probably take him 5 or so minutes. So you've kind of got a lock on. You can also identify roughly what time she went in. You've got some timestamps. She was in Never 22 for about 10 minutes, and then she was in the other for about 8 minutes.
Wow, she's a fast scout.
And I can't
only has
access
an hour lunch
any
break.
store surveillance cameras from this host, right? They're private networks.
No, it probably goes through the mall security.
All right, well, in that case, while they're doing stuff, I will try to go deeper and see if I can't get surveillance footage from the stores.
Okay.
If for some reason I need permission, then that would be on them.
All right, shall we check out Veronica's? Maybe you can check out Forever 21 if we need.
No.
Never
Or
22.
Never 22.
Yeah.
So
If you're forever
I
21,
forgot they
you
got
never-
bought out.
you
Well,
were
here's the
never
thing:
22.
the people who are never 22s are actually like preteens. Like it's that weird disconnect. So Elsie would actually look what she wants.
okay,
Do you want to do that?
yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're looking for. We have a description of the necklace. We actually have. You have an image of it.
Several. From
Yes.
Kind of.
Yeah, it's not like you can't zoom enhance and get a perfect exact image of the necklace, but you know there is one, and it's like a gold chain with kind of a locket or something on it.
What?
Something memorable enough that makes you feel sad when you look at it.
Yeah,
Okay.
full
Great.
of joy and sadness.
I'm just gonna walk into Veronica's diary. There's too many straps on everything, and they look incredible.
Or no straps at all.
Or no straps at all, which also wouldn't work.
Right.
Some have anti-gravity rays now, just
Like
keep
this,
it
like
up.
rockets?
Like keep it
Is it
100% pushed up.
Hydraulics?
Yeah.
Right.
Hydraulics.
They've
yeah.
even got like implant, like cybernetic, right?
Yeah.
They don't. No. But they've got like their like weird exoskeleton section. And they do have like a cybernetic catalog, and they've partnered with like cybernetics.
Well, I was about to say, if you've got the cybernetically like resizable breasts, you need the bra that goes
bra
with
that
it.
goes
It can
with it,
actually
yes.
resize itself as
Yeah,
well.
they have those too.
But the sizes are all the ridiculously high sizes. Like there's nothing for like
Yeah.
C's and lowers, right?
Right.
It's all K and Q.
Yeah.
It's been a
Ah,
while
the
since I've
future.
been in one of these.
Yeah, only Veronica. Anyway.
It's pretty great. It's pretty great. And Fang is just like squishing all of them as she looks on by until somebody. I think she's trying to do this purposely.
I'm sorry,
to
can I
try
help
to get
you?
attention.
Fang, I think, honey, my wife here lost a necklace earlier today, and we're looking for it.
Yes, totally wives. Totally married.
Okay, sir. Let me go check in the back and see if we have a necklace. Do you have literally any more information about it than that?
Yeah, it was important to me, of course, because why would I ask for it?
I think she wants to know the physical description of it.
Oh,
This is probably my favorite part, is you send the picture to like Cromwell and Fang, and Cromwell has no idea what it looks like.
Well, no, okay, Mainframe would also send like a description
Text
of like
description.
gold.
Cromwell has a
locket.
projector. He can project images.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's-
but he hasn't looked at the image. He doesn't want to show it because it might have
Someone else wearing
someone
it.
else wearing it.
it's got a gold chain, and I'm gonna give as vaguey, but trying to get descriptions, not like what's it's engraved in.
Great. Give me a performance.
Both of us.
Yeah, sure.
Dice. I'm adept at the dice. I know, but I here's my fear. I glitch with one dice. Because I roll once. So if I add more to
4
it.
hits. How
pretty
many
good.
dice did you roll?
Haha!
I got to roll 7 dice right now.
Wow.
1.
1 hit.
But not a glitch, because that's what I was afraid of. He knows. He bought it for me, of course.
All right. I assume your explanation makes sense. All right.
Yeah.
I'll level
She's
with
like,
you.
it is round and gold. There's a chain clasp.
There's a chain. I miss it.
Necklace.
So please go
It
fast.
has a stone or a square
I'll
shape.
level with you. It doesn't actually belong to her. It belongs to my wife, who is a cruel corporate master. And this woman and I are in love, and I took it from her because she deserves something nice, not my cruel wife.
These things
But
are
we
true.
lost it.
I don't
we
know.
lost it here in the mall.
I don't know
we're
that
on
what
rendezvous.
was. I don't know that what was missing was a more complicated
Nope, that was-
explanation.
Here's the thing. Now we're telling the truth, which is a lot easier.
You're not.
The truth? It's more of the truth.
No.
So-
The first part, it does not belong to me.
So all of you understand, a troll.
I'm sorry, sir. We definitely don't have a necklace here.
You
Is there
are
anything
lying.
else I can help you
Can
with?
I judge attention?
say-
Sure.
yes.
Yeah.
2 hits.
Oh, one more. Aha, 1.
She is so done with you, and she just wants to do her job and have her shift be over.
Fine.
And she is confident that you are lying, and she doesn't actually want to go check and has no fucking clue whether or not they have a necklace.
Is there,
I
Is there
want
anything else I can help you with?
I start crying. I'm in so much trouble. My wife's gonna have me shipped to Yomi Island, and I know it's not a prison anymore, but it's still pretty bad.
I'm sorry, sir, but I'm going to Angela quietly. I'm going to have to ask you
If
to
you could
leave.
just look, it means so much to me. It'd be so little bit of your time.
it would be really great if you could just tell us if it's here, and then we could call her, and I could say, because I'm obviously her secretary. That's why I'm here.
It'd be so much trouble.
It would be so great if you could just let us know so that I don't get fired.
Performance.
Mainframe
I'm gonna
really wishes
use-
she had popcorn.
I'm gonna use 4 thumbs.
You're just like,
Nick, watch.
you pulled up the camera
5
for
thumper
the
dice.
store. You zoomed
Why did we
in
do the
hands
fake
on
work?
this.
We're all-
No glitches. With 4 extra thumper dice, I get 1.
4 thumper dice. How many did you roll?
5 total.
5.
5
with
thumper
5
dice?
thumper dice, and I
Wow.
got 5 hits. She already took my eyes because I looked at another woman, and now this. What will she take next?
Okay, I'll go look just wait here or stop touching
can we
things,
shop?
please? Sure.
Great. We're gonna do that while we wait.
So she goes. She'll
Is
be
there
gone
any
for,
that are
like,
yellow, like
a couple
yellow
minutes or
yield
something.
light?
Yes, there is a bra that has yellow LED, like it's
Yes.
yellow with LED
Yes.
writing that you can program.
Great. Yield for boobs. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, and it scrolls across your chest.
Yep.
Where do you try it on? Do you or do you just buy it?
I mean, like, is it my what sizes is it? I'm gonna go try it on.
Like it comes. We need to. It comes in like double A through
I know.
double
Actually, I've
K.
never thought
like,
about Fang's cup size. It's not something that I thought about when I was.
cool.
Wow.
Yeah, you really should. There's a space for it on the character sheet.
There-
It's a very thorough system.
Yeah. You should come with me to try it on because dressing rooms.
Well, that's why I'm going back there.
Could roll for it.
No, we're not.
And when we
rolling.
go back, I want to look for
That's
the
all.
astral signature.
Give me an Astra
See,
perception.
it was a cover so that he could get back there.
Yield for boobs isn't like.
Although Cromwell
isn't
does
anything.
check Fang out too. 'Cause
It's everything.
they're a
If
thing.
I had a bra that said yield for boobs, you know I'd say it way too often.
4.
It's on your astral, on your sense. Great. Fang just like go into a dressing room and change.
I mean, yeah.
Great. Okay. We'll come back to you in a moment with your 4 hits and you're changing. And
Do I have to roll for that?
the woman. No, I assumed Fang knows how to dress herself.
I do, but like, Shadowrun.
I don't know if we should assume too much.
There's a lot of straps.
She didn't say too many straps.
Elsie, are you gonna wait a little bit until they come out, or are you gonna go into Never 22?
I'm gonna go into Never 22
Good.
at the same time because I'm like, I got this. So yeah, I go in. I go around at a pretty good clip, you know, pulling things like and putting them over my arm.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how you can only spend 10 minutes in that store.
Yeah, and I go to a salesperson and I'm like, can I get a fitting room?
Yeah, sure. How many items do you have?
Oh.
10's the maximum. Would you like me to hold on to a few of them?
Yeah. Okay. And so I like split the. I
Roll
basically.
to resist stealing.
Huh?
Roll to resist stealing.
Okay. Okay.
And so we run from the mall security on their drones. I think they No, they fly now. They're just flying segways.
But they still move the same slow speed. They just hover.
Yeah, Elsie's definitely feeling like it's
Itchy.
itchy. She will too.
Yeah, you're gonna want to steal something before you leave this mall.
Is there a sequin top?
Okay. But she's like, okay, because stealing the little twig off the plant was.
Oh,
not-
it was that was like breaking the seal. That's like, you know, that's like the sip for the alcoholic. That's the smelling the cigarette when you're giving up smoking.
I already stole a leaf, so really, what is it to steal one more thing?
Yeah,
It just leaves for my body. No. Yeah. So, but she's gonna do business first because she's not completely out of control. Just only partially. So yeah, she's gonna head to the dressing room. And how many? Is there quite a few stalls? Like what?
Yeah, there's probably about 6 or 7 stalls.
Okay. So as she's like entering this area, she's just going to kind of look around for signs of any sort of struggle, any like, if any of the doors to the dressing rooms are slightly askew or beat up or any of that. She wants to do a physical kind of sweep of that area because she really suspects that that Tara was taken in a dressing room because that's
Exactly what Elsie would do.
Yes.
Having
She
left someone in a
knows.
bathroom without clothes on. Or
Right.
with her clothes on.
Yeah.
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 All right, go ahead and roll me your perception.
Great. I'm gonna add 2 chat dice to this because I have not been rolling great tonight. And 3.
All right. You. just trying to decide what you notice. With 3 hits, it's not the best roll. It's not bad. It's not bad. So as you kind of look around, you notice, and this is kind of Elsie's observations as someone who is like, oh man, it wouldn't be super hard. Like there is one stall that appears to have like a less, like the lock is not particularly secure on it, and you realize because you like do that thing where you tap in and you're like, oh, like, excuse me, is anyone in here? And then like the door opens and they're like, oh my gosh, and they kind of yell kind of loudly at you.
Oh, so there's somebody in it?
Yeah. But you were able, like, even though it was locked, you were able to open it.
Oh, so they're easily to open.
Is that salesperson around? Is she gone?
No, they're like at the front of it.
Oh, great.
You might be able to draw attention, but
okay. So I do say to the lady that I don't know their gender, the person that I just like tapped in on. I say, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know anybody was in there. Hey, I lost my necklace earlier. I don't suppose you see, and I describe the necklace.
No, there's no necklace in here.
Okay, darn it. Well, thanks. I kind of like try to look in as many dressing rooms as I can.
We'll come back to you in the the sensing test. She went into Veronica's diary second. So you notice the astral signature. There is it's definitely here. There was some sort of magic that was happening inside this dressing room.
All right, I think I found where the mage took the woman.
Do you know, is it the stall we're in or is it a different stall?
You're not really able to pinpoint it to the stall, but you do know that it was in this dressing room.
It's definitely in one of them. It's hard to
dressing
tell exactly which one, and I can't really go poking around because when you can see through walls, it's not polite to look through dressing room doors.
No, I'm okay with it for this situation. You can tell just...
As you're saying this, someone's like, what are you talking about?
Well,
Excuse me, that's very rude.
Well, I can look through your doors. I can't look through other people's doors.
That's okay.
Always yield for boobs.
Always yield for
Mainframe, what are you looking for?
Well, we know these two stories. I want to see if there's surveillance footage in the dressing room areas, particularly if 2 people go in and 1 person comes. I mean, presumably the real Tara is not passed out on the ground of the dressing room.
You do not see a person passed out on the ground in the dressing room.
There had to be something a little bit weird, like she let somebody went into the room she was in, and then they helped her carry out or something. So I'm looking for, even if I can't make out exact faces, like a weird sort of like staggered arrival and together departure.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me just a matrix or visual perception. You can add your clue dice in either case.
Okay.
And Sharky.
So Sharky, in his first 10 minutes of searching, got 5 hits.
Great. So in about 10 minutes, Sharky is able to pretty firmly track this astral signature from the area that Mainframe identified this van was in, follows it inside, and it kind of seems to mostly hover around, and he's like it does, and he kind of like dances a lot, like bees showing off where the pollen is. He's like,
Shark butt.
to indicate that the person kind of seemed, the signature seemed to drift around a fair amount. It did, and then he describes this store where there's things with flashing lights and lots of lady bits. But he can't quite name it. And then he's like, Fang's there. And so is Cromwell.
Doing this with his spins.
Yeah, he's like,
But female sharks are like...
yeah.
At this point, I point out to Sharky that he can like actually communicate with me telepathically if he wants to.
Yeah, but he doesn't actually know the name.
Can he read?
He's struggling.
I don't know if he can read.
I don't think he can.
No.
He probably can't.
Can't
So
really
he's trying to describe to you a bra store.
Yeah.
In shark spirit terms. And he is communicating telepathically, but his telepathic communication still does involve a lot of growling.
Is he telling me that the mage is there now, or
No, he's adamant. Like, this is a relatively old signature. It's probably at least a couple hours old. or more than that. He's like, it's sometime from today, but not within the last couple of hours. And then it left that store and went to the food court for a little bit, and he was like, and then the food was delicious, and I ate someone's sad panda meal
They left.
that they left. It tasted weirdly salty, like they'd been crying in it, like the ocean.
That's
You
no sharky.
always cry.
And like he had manifested briefly just to eat the food. So anyone who was in the food court saw
The
a
shark
shark
just
mouth appear, consume the food, and then disappear.
Shark's got a shark.
Shark's got a shark.
So I used 4 thumper dice
then
because there's a
it
lot
left.
of distractions, just in general with the being in the things. Just and she got 4 hits after doubling down. Because I mean, she's in a dressing room with the blinking bra.
Yeah,
and
no,
I
but
had that feed up. So.
Very, very.
Wait, what? There's
You saw the bra and
Oh, yeah.
Fang, and you know that you went into the same room.
Oh,
so
yeah.
there are no feeds within the dressing
Okay,
room. They
that
offer
was-
people some level of privacy, but there is a camera just on the inside, so you can see people coming and going as they go in and out of the dressing room, mostly for protection against shoplifting. And you are able to notice that Tara goes in to the dressing room
In Veronica's diary.
in Veronica's
Is it
diary.
the same stall they're in?
It's probably not the stall that Fang is in.
I need that mirror then.
And you notice that you can't quite make it out, but the door seems to maybe open again. And then Tara comes out, and she's dressed differently.
Only one body comes out. I will forward the tape and see, like, over a period of 5 minutes or 10 minutes, I see the differently dressed Tara come out. Does anything else come out?
No. The door opens and comes out with her.
And is the Tara that's wearing the new clothes carrying anything or doing anything that is strange?
No. What you do notice, though, when you follow her, she does not join the group at the food court. She leaves.
She leaves
And she crosses the parking lot,
to the van.
and she gets into the van.
So she did not go back with her coworkers. She
Yeah.
went into the van.
And it's a little hard to tell because at first you think like her hair looks a little different, but the rest of her seems to look the same.
But did you
She's
say
wearing
someone
different
else?
clothes.
But someone did go to the food court who looked like her? But we
Wait.
never see that person leave.
You did not see that person leave the dressing room.
So there is someone. So I have footage of Tara at lunch, and I also have footage of Tara
Wearing different clothes.
wearing different clothes and getting into a different van. But there's only one Tara that comes out of the damn dressing room.
So maybe
Well,
the-
Mainframe explains this in a very perplexed state to the rest of the group. I don't know. Maybe some of you magic users can explain how 2 people go into a room and one comes out.
one comes out invisible, the other is compelled to go into a van.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just shopping over at JC Nguyen. I wasn't paying attention.
Way to keep your eyes on the prize, Mordecai.
I've got my eyes on the prize, and it says.
I don't need to know where your eyes are right now.
I don't know that it says yield
I
for
think
boost,
you
except
can-
for Fang is
we
like,
decided-
it says this!
We decide he can see light on the astral plane.
Did we?
Did we?
Good.
Well, then
Yeah,
it's good
but
she's
it's
got
all
a light up bra.
distorted. So it says.
You're for birds.
This is just a lot, and so I've got a timestamp on when she went into, and I just describe which dressing room it was that she went into in that little set in whatever terms I need to, like the one across from you or the one with the pink the panties
One like
in them or
2
whatever.
down from Fang.
But Mainframe's a little perplexed right now which one is
Well-
which and how
So-
there's 2.
I can go take a look astrally at the change room. I just need to pay for these boxers. I'll be right there.
I'm there right now.
Oh my God, there's so much information.
But can we just investigate right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Yes.
there. Before, as at some point while the changing is happening, after you've communicated this information, the sales assistant comes in. She's like, "Excuse me, are you in here? You left."
Oh, I'm trying something on. Do you like? It's gorgeous.
Do you need a fitting?
Do I need a fit? No.
Do you just like pull a rip over the door and you're like, "It's gorgeous."
Please tell me you found a necklace.
Like describe it to me again.
Gold chain.
Yeah. I forget the description that mainframe gave.
Description here. Oh, great.
Or
She goes, well, we found this one. It was in one of the changing room stalls. I guess someone turned it in after around lunchtime.
That's it.
Oh, thank the human god that you found it.
What's your name again, ma'am, sir, or who it belongs to?
Oh yeah.
Hammer.
Sarah.
Charlie Hammer.
I am.
This must not be the right
The necklace is for Terry Alexandros.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm her secretary. I'm her secretary. So
that would make sense. It's got her name engraved on
Oh
the
yeah,
back.
of course it does.
Oh, well, it's not my name.
No, because you need to leave that abusive relationship because you don't
Fine.
even get.
I'll do it one day, I promise.
Again, if you need a fitting, just,
Can I just
let us know.
Can I just buy this and wear it out?
You generally have to take it off and let us sell
Can you
it
just
to you.
scan
No.
it? If it's on, because I really just want to put a shirt over.
Okay. And then what form of payment would, and they you go through it. So the Apple Pay where they just come to you with their little boop,
Yeah.
and they scan it and you pay for it and they're like, thank you, Shell Glasgow.
Yeah. My name. I'm the secretary.
You, Miss Glasgow. Enjoy your new bra.
It's great.
You can leave the changing room at any time now.
We were gonna use it for a little bit longer.
No, that is not allowed in our changing rooms. It's not the first time that has happened, and I want to be very clear on Veronica's diaries policies.
All right, but one more thing. We actually changed in that changing room last time we were here earlier today, and can we check?
You were here? You mean your horrible wife?
Yes.
No, I gave the necklace to my secretary, and she dropped it.
Your secretary or her secretary?
The secretary.
We both work for. My wife. The thing is, I just want to look
know
in the
what?
other. You know what? Here's a
I'm
cred
really-
stick to make it worth your troubles.
How many
I just want to
malls
look
are
and
we
make
gonna
sure
get
we
kicked
didn't
out
drop
of
anything
in
else.
Seattle?
I'm really bad at this. That's why my wife beats me.
Elsie sends Cromwell a message over comm that's like, "Are you okay? Is everything okay over there?"
I'm playing her like a fiddle.
You guys know we don't get paid by the tier, right?
You're still watching
I don't-
this.
It's just like,
Negotiation. That's a skill that I default on. But I've still got my sharks and bears.
Gosh,
Mordecai's heading over, so
we're almost done.
One hit.
One hit. I'm really sorry, sir, but I'm gonna have to ask you to leave the changing room unless you're currently trying anything on. We do have a lovely selection of men's apparel that do come in your size, but otherwise I am going to have to ask you to leave the dressing room until your partner is finished. And
All right.
I'm very sorry.
You have actually been
Policies.
exceedingly helpful.
I stand by the dressing room. Well, you know where the dressing room is. You can describe it to Mordecai when he gets here.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. We're not leaving yet. I was like, but I have to wait because Big Papa is showing up and Big Papa.
Again, I need to be incredibly clear on our dressing room policies. It's posted on the wall. And she motions over. The top one is just like, no indecent acts in the
I
dressing room.
don't have eyes and I can't read your sign,
per
so I'm
dressing room
sorry.
at a time. It has an AR overlay for accessibility.
So what is that?
I walk into the store. I don't pay attention to the shopkeeper, to Fang or Cromwell. I just walk straight into the dressing room.
Excuse me, sir, can I help you?
I'm just getting changed.
How many items do you have?
How many does it look like I have?
It looks like you have none. Can I please come with me and we'll help you find something in your size?
Fine.
This person deserves like employee of the year.
Her smile is breaking.
Do you have any underwear that can scroll messages on it?
Oh, we have a wide selection of messaging wear.
Great. I'll get some of that. I want to make it say danger butts crossing.
It is programmable with any custom message that you would like. Here, let me show you how with your comlink.
oh god.
Go ahead.
God.
We're just gonna assume I don't know. We know what happens if we
She can
assume
use my
things.
comlink.
Yeah, so you give her access to your comlink, though you have no idea how, and she shows you how to program it, and she's like, now you may go into the dressing room and try these underwears on.
Great, CN20.
She will let you into another dressing room. Oh my god.
Why are you so good at this?
Because he tried to do the thing that you normally do in a store, which is buy an item and try it on.
This is how I operate. I say the thing I want, and then I do the thing I want, and then I get the thing I want. All right, I'm in the dressing room. Can I sense
Yeah.
So hard.
4 hits?
If you would like to take an extended test to try and get a better idea of what spell was cast there,
Sure.
you can take the 20 minutes or 5 or
20 of some unit of time.
All right. Well, then we're gonna. Do we need anything, or we don't have?
I think I already got thrown out.
Okay.
You are not allowed in the dressing room anymore because she is concerned about what the two of you might do.
Cromwell's probably gone out and is standing in the hallway with all the other partners who are like awkwardly don't want to stare at things awkwardly.
Yeah.
12 hits.
12 hits, great. You are able to. It's a little shady, so the signature's kind of been degrading over time. But there was definitely in this dressing room, there was a pretty big magical event that happened that kind of affects the lasting astral signature. From what you can tell, there was a spell was cast in here, was probably influence or control, something in that kind of control thoughts influence category that would have been cast at a reasonably high level, although it was against someone who didn't necessarily have any magical defenses, and that there was likely some other illusion spell going on in here. That wasn't cast in here, that was already ongoing, so you can't get as good of a read on it.
Can I track where the spell moved to? Or
It's the same path that Sharky will lead you on.
okay, but Sharky led me there in the first place.
Yes.
So,
And then he was like, it wanders around here, and then it went in here, and then it exited out.
okay. So we know
You
what
can
spell
attempt
is
to
cast.
track. You could attempt to track the two spells separately if you would like.
Well, that I'm trying to figure out which is the one that we're trying to find right now. Do we know that?
We need both of them. We want to know where the woman ended up. We also want to know, who's behind taking them.
I mean, they're researchers, right? So most likely they were kept alive and are somewhere. They're probably finding the original ones. Probably going to lead us to the new ones.
Right. So, I mean, yes, I would like to track. I can send Sharky to follow one of the astral trails, and I can follow the other one. So, I'll summon Sharky over to me and send him after one of the signatures, and then I'll exit the the dressing room, and I'll hand the boxers back to her, and I'll say these are terrible, and I'll just walk out following the trail.
Have a great day, sir. So as you, we'll say you're sending Sharky off after the influence spell that was cast, and he ends up going back out into the parking lot, and then seems to track that, and he will be gone for a little bit longer. As you go after the illusion spell, then you find that one seems to dissipate almost entirely somewhere in the store.
In the same store. So the spell came to an end then in the store. Interesting. So whatever illusion spell was cast, they stopped using it once they were once they were on their way out of the store, basically.
So Mainframe, if you want to take a little bit longer to look at some of the video footage in the store, go ahead and give me a matrix perception for that.
Oh, I know.
That's better. Thanks to 4 thumper dice, 5 hits.
So, you see the differently dressed Tara leave the store, And instead of following that one, you kind of spend a little bit more time. And there's like, it's a Veronica's diary. And so there's like different pockets of the store with like extra lighting. And you notice at some point, about a minute or so later after that happened, in the like dark area where all of the brightly
Like a
lit
clubbing
bras
area?
are.
What
Yeah,
is
no,
that?
it's
Oh,
where
okay,
it's
it
where
is.
all
It's
of the
like-
neon like
it's
bras
old
and
school kind of
boxes
thing
are.
going
So
on.
it's like it's got like a sort of feel, and
just
that's where they
like
keep the
a
LED section. You think for a moment that it's just a glitch in the footage, and then you realize that a person essentially appears. And it looks like Tara in the clothes you saw her in originally.
So an
without the
invisibility
necklace.
spell ended in the store. And whatever mage cast that spell dressed themselves or otherwise illusioned themselves to look like Tara.
So we
Right.
have a pretty good picture of everything that happened except for where the second Terra, the false Terra, went, but we know she went back to work. So we pretty much have the whole picture, right?
Yeah.
So from the footage, the Tara that's wearing the same clothes, do we know that that's the Tara that was back at the work later on? Or-
You could presume.
Yeah. So so that was the mage, the one who went back to work.
Yeah,
Well,
original
she-
Tara got in the van.
Original Terra is in a van. Not a good place to be unless it's one of our vans.
Did you
Still not a good place to be.
did you sense any there was an invisibility spell?
There was
on
an
that person.
invisibility spell that the mage
there-
used on themselves to get out of there, and then some kind of coercion spell used on the original Tara.
But did you get any sort of disguise or camouflage spell? It was just those two, right?
Just those two.
So that makes me think that you're
Like,
dealing
gonna
with
make
like
it
a physical,
smart wig
like it's
and-
not a magic disguise; it's some sort of physical disguise.
Well, I think they swapped clothes, and then yes, they would have
Yeah.
had to.
I mean, Magitek's, you probably couldn't walk in with the disguise spell on a place like
Right.
Magitek. You'd probably need a physical disguise.
Right.
well,
So we got a
now
mage
we know what
with
happened.
some disguise skills.
Now, how do we track the van?
Well, Sharky is going after it right now.
Oh, that's a pretty good way.
I mean, I can't get plates off that thing.
You weren't able to get it off of the parking lot near Magitek, but you are able to. You can take some time and probably find a shot of it where you could get a better ID.
If that's at
on
all
the vehicle.
possible, I would definitely do that.
Yeah, so you'll take some time, and eventually, like the van will actually stay there for like a pretty long chunk of time. It's there for almost an hour and a half. Afterwards, it just kind of chills in the parking lot, and eventually you're able to track it, and it comes around the side, and you catch a glimpse of it where you can grab plates that you would be able to run. Granted, you would suspect these plates probably don't match up with like actual IDs, but you would be able to get a little bit farther from that end.
And then I would assume its next stop is picking up the others at Magitek.
Potentially, the timing wouldn't completely work out for that. It would have to have sat in the parking lot near Magitek for, it left there at about 3:30, so it would have been sitting in the parking lot based on the timestamp for almost an hour and a half again.
Okay. But with those plates, longer term, and I can't do this at the mall, but I could potentially try to run a search in some kind of municipal system to see if those plates triggered a toll or a surveillance camera.
Yep.
Don't need to be legal plates for that to work.
Yes. Yeah. So like whatever ID you were able to associate with the plates, you could either track back to kind of whoever registered them and see if you can see if anyone knows who they are. You would likely get us in. The vehicle is probably registered to someone, or you could see if they triggered tolls went past any other locations that might have recorded them. So if you want to do probably Matrix Perception as an extended test once you leave the mall area.
Okay.
Is there any last things that people want to do except Elsie, who has to resolve her
You're still
current temptations?
Have to get out of the Never 22.
I think we have a pretty good idea of what went down here, but without knowing where like the van went from here, I just don't know that there's any more information that we can glean other than whatever Sharky is able to get by following it and whatever Mainframe 3 can get following on the Matrix.
I agree. It feels like we're on to phase 2.
Okay, we're gonna peace out and bring
Right.
my bag of food that I bought earlier.
How much food did you buy?
2 bag. Like, there's definitely double bagging. Like, there's at least the fries.
Good.
No liquids, because you can't liquid carry. Unless they make square containers now for liquids, like that would be the innovation of the future. Or instead of round, they're stackable, they're square.
Probably.
Great, I want that.
The mall probably has like uniform to-go containers that are more easily stacked.
Great.
You mean like juice boxes?
Yeah, but like bigger.
Oh, that is the future.
Giant juice boxes.
All right, one more thing blocking us from leaving the mall.
All right.
So Elsie.
So this is Elsie's plan is because she is jonesing for those of you who do not know, she has an addiction to stealing that has not been satisfied for a while. So she did not pass her resist thievery roll. So she's decided that now that she's 16, she needs a better wardrobe. Because she's growing up and oh my gosh, she like walks in and realizes, you know what? I need an older wardrobe. That isn't my disguise bag. So her theory is that she is going to buy some stuff. And she's going to use that as a mask for stealing some stuff as well. So she'll buy like three tops.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like 3 tops.
Yeah.
What is she attempting to steal?
She is attempting to steal. That's a good question. What is this like?
I mean, it's like hip, trendy clothes. Fairly like just the kind of more disposable clothing, right? You're gonna wear it a few times, it'll probably fall apart. So nothing here is terribly expensive. But it is all super cool.
Yeah.
Like a silver bangle with little Boston Terrier charms hanging off of it.
Or like
it's true. Like
internet memes.
Shiny things are
Yeah.
a little bit more.
For
Yeah. So
top.
she'll try to, I think, just pocket some jewelry.
They're leggings that look like cyber legs.
Yeah, there's probably leggings that look like cyber legs. Like like mirror shades.
Yeah, I think she'll try
That
she'll
have,
she'll
like,
purchase
color
her clothing
changing
and
LEDs
she'll
to
try
go with any
to
outfit.
steal some accessories.
Okay. Go ahead and give me your palming.
Poor Elsie.
is it really poor or successful?
We'll find out.
She doesn't really have a choice.
Mainframe's probably watching this.
So I'm slightly.
Probably more so than any mall security.
And
is.
I'm going to add 5 thumper dice because this mission would really not be helped by Elsie getting nabbed by the police.
What's one more mall that we're not
Is there a
welcome back
security
at?
alarm I can trigger in a different store nearby?
Yeah, probably.
My frame
Probably.
just kind of quietly pulls up.
You bought a mark on the host, so you can just roll me a control device.
Nice. Mainframe, mom frame, same thing.
I guess you're watching.
Yes, I've got 4 hits to control a device should I desire to do so.
Yep. You will definitely be able to set off an alarm at like the other end of the mall. From
I'd probably do
number
it
22.
close by, like 2 stores down, close enough that it would distract
the security nearby.
people in that store, or make them think it was theirs, like the next door over. Want to create chaos.
Okay.
I rolled a 6.
Okay. You feel pretty confident that no one saw you on the palming except maybe Mainframe, who's observing the cameras. And as you are checking out, let's see if you maintain your composure. So,
What would you like me to roll?
I think there's a
There is a
composure test.
Composure test.
It's attributes only.
Attribute only.
Yes, there's no limit.
Here it is. I'm like, I don't know that. I don't.
Did
roll
you
that
find
very
everything
well.
that you needed here today?
I did. Thank you. I feel so much like more grown up now.
Oh, this shirt, this is great. I really love the design on this. Oh, you decided to go with the cyber leggings. Nice choice.
I would like those.
The Lottie leggings.
Oh my
The
god.
Luttings.
Yeah. I got 4.
You maintain composure as you have stuffed a bangle in your bag.
As far as scores go, this is pretty mild for Elsie. It's
You don't. I don't feel any immediate need, but you're welcome to if you would like.
No, Mainframe's a professional. She would only do it if it was really required.
It is
to
kind of
teach
how
Elsie a lesson.
MMFEC drops the mic. How they exit.
You are able to leave without being chased down by security on a Segway.
Well, at least she didn't light anything on fire this time.
Good.
So
Good. Or beat up someone
Yeah.
who was just
So,
trying to stop her
progress.
from looting before they got kicked in the
She's
ass by
16
Cromwell.
now. No lighting the men's section on fire anymore.
All right. So are you guys going to do anything in particular before Mainframe and Mordecai get information from Sharky or the
Eat the
Matrix?
food.
All right. You can chill out in the van.
Skip cinematic.
Yep.
We gotta get stuff done. Food.
There is much eating of food. Sharky will eventually return. And he will describe an epic journey that he went on. And you realize that some of it is not at all relevant to what you wanted to know. He caught 3 fish in the ocean, which you realize is him actually referencing Lake Washington, because they were driving for a little while on a road near Lake Washington. He's like, rah, 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 rah. And the
Sharky,
sky was blue and
Sharky
beautiful.
fair.
I'm starting to feel like you aren't taking our runs as seriously as you used to. I'm just saying, you used to be more business, and
And he immediately puts on a suit and tie.
that's the Sharky I know.
That is. It's a Sharky you know. So suit and tie wearing Sharky gets down to business, and we'll describe the journey as he followed them out of the parking lot. He's like, it was really boring. It stayed there for a while. But the influence seemed to maintain, or the spell didn't really go away. So obviously whoever had cast it either was sustaining it or had something sustaining it. And then it goes for a little while, it leaves the parking lot, kind of detours for a brief bit near Lake Washington, because we're in Bothell, so it's relatively close. Seems to go to an area that he describes as a classic Shadowrunning area of town. Also known as like safe houses, kind of dilapidated townhomes. And then ends up back at Magitek, and he's like, I've been here before, and it was boring, and there were no fish.
Great.
But the main astral signature was no longer, like, it stopped, and then he went back to Magitek and picked it up again.
Right.
So it stopped at a place.
But there was a location near Lake Washington where it stayed for a while.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's actually where it seemed to end. And then there was a gap in it before he noticed a similar astral signature.
Oh, good job, Sharky.
And then he loses the business suit and continues to describe the nature of the fish that he consumed.
Great. There's a.
Also, then, because you sent him on a remote service, he dematerializes.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So we've got a location.
Good point. I was gonna send him to terrorize the shopkeeper.
They probably would have dumped.
He's like, back to the lake.
They probably would have dumped the researcher right before they went back to Magitek to get the others.
Yeah. Well, she's not the researcher. She's the assistant.
Yeah.
Well, wrong.
What did you find, Mike?
Well, I'm not sure if we have that. If I need to go, how specific was the location that we could get from Sharky?
Not super specific. It was like vaguely near Lake Washington. Because at that point, the signature was kind of dissipating. It was harder to track.
Are there municipal systems that we can access near there? Do I know of any, like?
Yeah,
visual
there's
like,
probably
traffic cameras or.
Yeah, there would be some like public works buildings, kind of. In that area, there's like a power plant and things like, or like not a relay station and stuff like that. That would likely have some cameras to see if you could track them a little bit more precisely.
I mean, I guess the first thing to do is just run the plate and see if there is an address associated with it that matches the region that Sharky found.
So go ahead and what was your matrix perception, or have you already did you do your extended test?
Extended test 12.
Great. So you took some time while Sharky went away, and the information you do get a couple of hits like on like HOV lanes. Because if you're in a Shadowrunning van, you can HOV lane for like the tolls. The traffic is terrible if you're not in that lane.
It's also more frugal.
It is more frugal. So you get a couple of beats that match up with what Sharky described. And then closer into kind of this vaguely North Lake Washington area, you're able to get, when you just compare the plates to see if it passes past any locations, you see a couple of locations. So you're kind of probably able to narrow it into like a kind of quarter mile sort of area. Similar region. You also do get a little bit of information. You're able to pull a name that the plates were registered to. Yes. Which is Aaron Cook.
Like A-A-R-O-N or
A-R or E-R-I-N.
Oh, good. I thought it was my dad's name.
Aaron, not Aaron. Aaron Cook, the vehicle's registered to. You get the impression from it it's a pretty good quality SIN. You could potentially do some digging to see if you can get any more information about that individual, but the address for that does not match up with the location that he noted.
What is the address? Is it anything, does it trigger any corporate?
No. It is not. It is like generic. If you do look at the address, it's like low-key kind of apartment housing in just sort of north of Renton area.
Sharky knows where it is, and he can probably hunt the signature more specifically, like if we were there for him to point it out to us, right?
Well, we can try, but if he didn't figure out quite where it was when he was there, I don't know how much better he'll do. But I think it would be a good start for us to at least head over in that
If
direction.
we take a bet on the mage actually being there, like right now, probably a better chance, right? Because we know what that.
There's a good
signature
chance
looks
we
like.
might be able to actually find the mage. Also, Mainframe 3, I don't know if you could pull up if there's any sort of cameras of the area. Like, we've got it narrowed down to a small enough region that you might be able to actually see the...
Well, I've already scanned those cameras the best I could find, and so I've got it down to a quarter mile, but...
Yeah. If you put out kind of like an alert, essentially, for yourself, you'd be able to find out if the vehicle does anything now. Like if you see the vehicle kind of moving at all. Do you guys have an immediate next step? If not, I will.
I like the idea of heading down there in case we get a blip or just to wander around because
If it's a quarter mile in area, might as well start canvassing and looking for the signature.
Yeah.
especially because the trail runs cold after 24 hours. If you are missing, don't wait 24 hours. Just immediately go to the cops. You do not have to wait any amount of time before putting in a missing person.
Thanks, Fang.
Yeah,
That's good to know.
it is 100%.
At like the rear view mirror while driving.
I'm just saying, like, you do not have to wait any time before putting on a missing person.
So you guys begin heading down in that area. And what methods are you traveling?
Well, I came there and then to the Magitek and Van Hellshark, so I'm
Great.
probably still driving it.
You leave in Van Helshark.
You come in
All right.
Van Hellshark, you
I-
leave in Van Hellshark.
I take the Harley.
Okay. Is it just you on the Harley, or does Cromwell?
Do you want to ride with me, or you want to be with Fang?
I'll probably ride. I'll ride in the van.
Elsie feels sadness.
So does Mainframe a little bit, because that's awkward.
I'll drive. You can
When your girlfriend buys a bunch of lingerie, you don't just like, all right, we'll see ya.
No,
Yes.
instead you do a three-way drive down to Lake Washington.
We're gonna have a lovely conversation.
When you're driving, make sure you yield for boobs.
It's a great
How does
catchphrase.
Mordecai know?
Did you show him the?
I didn't.
That probably shouldn't have been in my
I mean,
character voice.
Mainframe knows.
Mainframe knows everything.
I
that
definitely
went on
didn't
in the
turn
mall.
off the comm, so
I'm really hoping you're like, I didn't turn off the bra and like your shirt's not quite big
I mean,
enough.
my shirt is like a black tank
Yeah.
top, but
There's like weird
there's
lighting.
armor.
Oh yeah,
So
the
like
armor.
every once in a while you'll see like a caution sign
Yeah,
pop
there's
up.
just like a glow coming from your weirdly deep
Wait,
cleavage.
so you know the screensavers that move around the screen? It's the yield sign. That
So we're driving in awkward silence,
like the
the
chest
three of
area.
us in Dinah, and Mainframe's just
There's
like,
silence here.
Fang, congratulations on your purchase. It is getting dark though, and does it have an off button?
What?
They have an off button.
There's creeps out. I heard from mall security talking about how there was a creepy dwarf in the parking lot following people.
Yeah, we get that a lot wherever we go.
You know, as soon as we start sneaking, I'll turn it off. Is it
Is
mode?
mainframe gonna have to brick her bra?
Mainframe's more skilled than that. She could just turn the bra off if it has it off. That's
Definitely has it off.
Is there a clasp on the matrix? You have to like this.
Oh my god.
It's actually really
one for
hard,
it.
mostly for guys to do.
Mainframe's fine. She's got plenty of practice. But I assume
But it's
she
weird
can turn
looking
it
at
off.
it from.
Are we saying that I need to turn
I'm
Fang's
gonna
bra
turn it
off?
off.
Okay. I just wanted to be.
We're being very clear.
Mainframe's capable, but it's not.
Okay,
she's
so
also
while
trying
you're
to be.
driving, mainframe gets a ping.
Oh, good.
Okay, what is the van
the-
doing?
The ping indicates that the vehicle, you kind of basically put an alert out for, does this vehicle that matching this description move past any cameras in this area? And so you are able to, you see kind of like if you access the footage, you can see the vehicle goes past like one of those power relay stations. And then you get another ping that it is on on, what's that? It's 522, right? The one that goes around Lake Washington?
522.
It's on 522.
Going north.
No, heading south towards Seattle.
Oh.
Hey guys, I'm birds in flight.
Uh-oh.
Do we want to do we want to tail the vehicle, or do we want to go back to that little space and see if if we have hostages still in the safe house, or do we want to split up?
I hate to say it, let's split up.
Oh, okay.
We're all in different vehicles, so
Well, but wait, do we even know exactly where that building was that came from, or did you just?
We don't know exactly where, but I send them a map that's cordoned, that has the radius, the quarter-mile radius blocked off. Better if you guys go to the safe house, because I can track this vehicle while it's moving.
Okay.
I'll say it's going to be a long time with us looking around trying to find a place in a quarter-mile radius. We've got the van now. Why not all just go for it?
I think somebody should stick on that van. So
Now, I'm saying I'm going to follow the van because I've got an alert.
So
and
we are
the
in that
drive-
van.
Yes.
Right.
I mean, the
So
other
trying to-
option would be like an astral projecting into that location and
I'm
searching.
driving though right now.
So pull over.
Fine.
I will drive for you.
I'm gonna.
I-
I'm gonna.
There's two different vans. Which van are you in?
We're in
You're in Dinah.
I think we're in Maine and Dinah.
We're in Dinah.
And the mainframe doesn't need you to drive for her. She is
no,
fine.
but Cromwell, if he's gonna magically project, needs me to drive for him.
No, I can't.
You can't drive.
magically project.
Yeah, she
Mordecai
used the wrong name while
Mainframe
pointing
is
at the
No,
right
I'm
person.
Our van.
saying you need to drive, pull over so I can get out, so I can get in Mordecai's van, so I can drive Mordecai's van while he astrally projects.
Okay.
And don't let Cromwell drive. You're great.
I'm staying in Dinah's van, and I don't think Mainframe's going to ever let me drive Dinah.
Good.
First, the blind.
I don't.
Yeah, blind.
no, just okay. This great. Fine. Pulling over.
I'm pulling over too.
Or, well, never mind. Just do whatever you guys want to do.
I'm gonna head to the safe house.
Text me.
Okay, you're heading to the safe house?
But we
the-
don't.
Stay on the van, Elsie.
So can I make? We
Yeah.
have a lot of.
You do. There's a lot
so
going
to
on right
reframe,
now.
we don't actually know where the safe house is.
Yeah.
We know a general area it's in.
You're able to get pretty close. If someone was astrally projecting or searching that area, they would be able to find it relatively
Well,
quickly.
it's like a 4-block radius.
We do know where the van is right
Okay.
now.
Great.
You do know where the van is.
Well, we know.
You're-
I know a camera that it passed. I don't have a specific location on it because I don't have RFID. So I am going to need to continue to monitor camera pings and approximate where it is. But it's not like we've got a total beat on
I
that
will
vehicle.
climb on
You-
top of Dinah and put on my chameleon suit, so I can look. So I can astrally look for the signature. in vehicles.
Here's the thing. Wherever the mage is, the mage could be in the van or the mage could be back at the the warehouse location.
Yeah.
That's probably where I should be because we don't want to take him on without my counterspelling ability there.
Great. Do you know where the mage is?
No, but what Fang can do is she can drive Van Helshark while I quickly scan the area, and if there is a mage there, it'll be easy for me to find. If
Okay.
not, we'll
Great.
keep going after the
So
van.
I'm gonna stay on the van then.
Great.
And try to intercept because I'm on the Harley, so I can travel pretty. Yeah. I
Where's
can do
your
the terrible
fastest?
motorcycle thing of like weaving in and out.
Which van are you tailing?
I'm tailing the bad van.
I'll jump on the bike with you if you're doing
Van
that.
Hellshark?
No,
I
I'm
will
So
tailing.
you're following Dinah, and because we don't
No.
have a beat on it yet, so you're following me in hopes that
I'm headed to the area. Let me put it this way. Because I know you guys have to slow down. I'm headed to the area that you had a ping on a traffic.
So you're gonna head to 522.
Yeah, exactly.
And attempt to find the van in traffic.
Okay.
I'm gonna
based
head that
roughly
way
on
with the
location
knowledge that
information
I'm
you
gonna
provide
get
her.
more intercept information from mainframe, but I want to head there because I'm afraid we're gonna lose them.
Okay, that's great.
Okay, so we're gonna do this side of the highway switch real fast, all right?
Yeah.
Nope. Go, go, go,
I'm
go,
already
go!
pulled over. So.
Oh,
The Chinese fire drill, or whatever.
Yeah.
So everyone gets out of the car and runs around the car and then gets back in the car and suddenly you're the driver.
Yeah. Okay, I'm in this car. I'm driving.
All right.
probably offensive
I astrally project. My body goes unconscious and my spirit leaves it. While I'm astrally projecting, I cast the Mana Escape spell on myself to disguise my aura as just like some seagull spirit, since we're near the lake. And then I go searching that quarter-mile radius.
Okay.
And I drive the car.
Okay, well, as soon as Fang gets out of the vehicle, mainframe heads, and as soon as Cromwell
I'll do it
climbs
while
up
we're
on top.
driving. I've done it before. You've got a hatch on the roof.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way. Added that one in.
But the funny thing is there was a hatch on the roof when we chainsawed it.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd already added that in. Okay, so
There's multiple hatches.
reframing the image. Elsie is through traffic, getting occasional ping updates
I'm
for
wearing a
mainframe.
motorcycle helmet. I just want to let everybody know.
Good, good. I'm glad you're wearing the helmet. So you're weaving through traffic, attempting to find the van and catch up to it based on the description that you have and any location information mainframe is able to send. On Dinah, Cromwell is riding on top, wearing the chameleon suit, astrally perceiving for the mage, while mainframe is driving and keeping track of its location on the matrix. And Mordecai is in the van, or is unconscious. His body is unconscious in the van that Fang is driving. So you are probably the farthest away.
Yeah.
And also will drive the slowest. That van
Slowest
is not fast or
Oh.
maneuverable.
I take good turns. Let me make sure I take good turns.
And Mordecai goes unconscious and attempt to go back to the warehouse or the just area that the safe house they think was in to see if the mage is there. Go ahead and give me astral perception. You can give me an extended test for roll 3 times. All right.
And to clarify, I'm also looking for the van or the signature, right? As well as I can.
Okay. Give me an astral perception. Give me a regular perception. 10 hits. And
Only
use
in
3
Shadowrun
thumper
we
dice.
have to specifically name cars and vehicles.
I am also
love it.
going
It's
to
great.
use 3 thumper dice.
Thanks, numbers.
Ooh,
5.
5.
I know exactly what's going on. Thanks to thumper dice. I rolled 6.
Great. So wait, how many thumper dice, Elsie?
3.
3. And Cromwell, did you add any thumper?
I had 3 as well.
Because, so I actually, this is how this goes down. Is I'm riding my motorcycle, and I actually, I get on my comm, and I just said a little ping to my friends over the Seattle Street News. And I'm like, hey, I know you guys have somebody, I'm headed this area. I know you have somebody up there.
The eye in the sky.
Eye in the sky. What can you tell me? You have any tips for me?
There's traffic? Like, what do you want to know? Cromwell, you are vaguely aware that I guess, well, let's do Mordecai first. You give a pretty quick moving speed of thought, bouncing between the areas, and you can see that there was some astral residue that matches with the mage's signature, but they are clearly not there anymore.
Okay.
So you presumably will snap back to your body. And wake up in the van that Fang is like.
You're treating her well, Fang. I appreciate that.
Good driver. No, that's what she sounds like. Cromwell, you are vaguely. You can sense that the astral signature is ahead of you, but beyond that, you can't. You're not super close to it
There's
right
no
now.
distance.
You know, you're probably within 500 meters, about half a kilometer.
Looks like the mage is on the move.
What kind of rate of speed? Can you get rate of speed? Should I be speeding up?
about 500 meters ahead, but speed's pretty fuzzy. When you get closer, I'll be able to tell more.
Your best guess would be they're not actively speeding right now. They're probably going at about the average speed of traffic. Elsie, as you kind of duck and weave into traffic, you're able to get, and looking ahead and kind of using your friends at the Seattle Street News, when you finally give them a description rather than just vaguely ask them for information. Yes. They're like, oh, yes, we have some access to traffic cameras in this area. And you can identify that the van is about 100 meters ahead of you.
Great.
Mainframe, at about that time, and you are able to see this, they take one of the exits. So they drive off 522 and are heading into kind of the North Seattle area.
Okay.
Actually, it's probably not quite in Seattle. We're probably in like Linwood.
Mainframe, do you have eyes on the van? I'm about 100 meter. What was
You're
that?
close to the
You're
main.
about 100 meters.
Okay. They just took an exit and they're headed to Seattle.
So if you patch into traffic cameras, if you you're able to find them around you, you just give me a quick mark to access the traffic cameras in the area. You'll be able to get some better footage on that.
Yeah, sure. I can give you 6 hits.
Great. So you're more or less able to track kind of in the same way you can pass on the information to Elsie. Knowing what the van looks like, you're able to get, if it goes through any stoplights, you'll be able to see it.
Okay.
Any stoplights with cameras. So it seems to be turning off the road and kind of just heading into the city.
I've got eyes on the road, on the roads plural. So if it crosses any of my cameras, I'll see them. So I'm not going to accelerate too much because I don't want to tip them off.
Yeah, I don't think they're on to us following them, but
Their behavior would not seem to indicate that.
Yeah.
They don't seem to be taking any like wild swings or trying to turn down other roads.
I've got a location on their base. Do we want to just hit that while Elsie continues to tail them? I mean, the researchers might be there for all we know.
I don't really want to try to take them over while they're on the road. I'd rather see where they're going. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna.
Just as long as we
Continue
keep
following?
eyes on them.
I've got eyes on the signature, so I think the 3 of us should continue after him.
Okay.
We'll investigate the house.
Cromwell, you're pretty good at counterspelling in your own way.
Oh, right. With my fists, as long as it isn't mind control.
Oh, yeah. And we actually know that's something this mage does.
Oh my goodness.
It's been a while.
For the record, I do not consent to any backpacks of any kind.
Okay.
Wait, maybe just don't engage the mage until I can get there.
I mean, I don't think he was planning on getting married.
I thought he was already
Right.
spoken for.
Hey!
Room for boobs.
Not boobs, just the one. The other
Alright.
one doesn't matter.
Don't engage the mage unless I'm in a rage.
No,
Yep, I understand
Perfect.
that.
Perfect.
I am gonna stay a kilometer behind.
Cool. So you kind of pull back a little
I
bit.
can't see
So
that far.
then,
Take
then
the same
Hellshark,
exit.
are you
We're gonna
following?
investigate the
Fine,
house.
stay back a half.
Or do you guys want to switch? Like if Elsie, if you've got eyes on them.
To be clear, at
Does-
this point, she would be backtracking pretty far.
Too
Like,
much talking.
This is,
Yeah.
Let's just go.
Fine.
This
It's
Okay.
too complicated.
We're
All
going to the
right.
house.
We're at that.
I want to
So
investigate the
Fang
house.
steers around.
We're
She
at
had
the
been
warehouse.
on 522 this whole time. You
No, I'm
like,
spinning around.
like you take like
Doing
3
donuts in Van
exits.
Hellshark?
Like I'm pretty sure in this
that's not
conversation, like Fang exits 522, and then Mordecai's like, maybe we should go after her, and gets back on 522, and then exits 522.
So we're
and
going back to the house,
Finally
right?
gets back
Yeah,
on heading
we're
north.
going to we're
safe
gonna go to
house.
the warehouse or the safe house
Yeah,
or whatever
warehouse.
it is.
Great.
I couldn't really tell on the astral plane.
Okay. We'll keep our feeds up if. Yeah.
So you guys head back towards the safe house.
Van Hellshark very stealthily pulls up.
Yeah, you
We'll
got through your
maybe go a
astral
block
perception, got a slightly better read on where the safe house was. All right. Elsie, you being the furthest ahead, and Mainframe, you also noticing this on the camera. The car kind of starts turning. The van turns kind of down another smaller side street, and then sort of down another smaller one into a slightly more industrial area. And eventually, you will see it swing into what looks like to be a pretty much empty parking lot.
I remember the last time we were in what was supposed to be a normal empty warehouse, and then snipers showed up.
Oh yeah.
It was real bad. I'm just having backflashes.
Okay, so are there this is an empty parking lot, but what does the perimeter look like?
There's a couple of buildings around. It looks like a fairly industrial sort of area of the town or city. It's in Linwood. It's definitely quiet. Whatever business happens here happens during the day. None of the buildings look to be abandoned, just currently not in use.
Are there cameras that I can find that are pointed at the parking lot?
Give me a matrix perception.
3.
So there appear to be you can't notice cameras right now because there appear to be kind of a number of different hosts. Like each of the buildings is probably its own business. So if you wanted to pick one, you notice which host is nearest the parking lot. That would be most likely to have cameras you could access.
I will, if you slow down, I'll hop off the van, so I'm not obviously.
Well, I'm not going to drive up to the parking lot directly. I am going to pull away a few blocks, stop, as long as I'm in range of one of these hosts, and I'm going to try to get eyes on the camera, because all I'd be doing is trying to see what happens, and I can do that from a digital device just as well.
That's I'll just sneak up on foot.
Okay, so you kind of pull over a couple blocks away. Elsie, did you choose to pull into the parking lot? What did you choose to do?
I'm going to find if there's a building nearby that looks scalable and a sniper rifle friendly.
Yes, there is definitely probably the same building of the business that has the host you would be getting into.
And I say over the comm, this is feeling like a handover to me.
Like a hand over hand?
Like you meet in a parking lot and exchange your hostages or whatever. Like, let's just keep aware in case anybody comes to meet them.
Great. Go ahead and give me your stealth.
You want my?
Yeah, yours as well. And then Elsie, if you're going to be climbing the building, you can give me your climbing. Climbing's not a skill. Gymnastics.
All right, because it matters, I'm going to use 2 thumper dice for my sneaking roll, which gives me 1, 2, 3. I have 4.
Oh, nice.
6. Great. For your stealth?
Yep.
I have 4 for stealth, and then to climb the building, I am going to use a point of my edge to reroll my misses. Slightly better. Okay, 4.
4. Great. You successfully scale the building. Sniper rifle on your back. You've pulled up the Harley. Outside of or not next to the parking lot, kind of sneak around the back, grip into some of the kind of pockmarked concrete and scale and make your way onto the roof.
Great.
As you kind of creep over to the edge, you see, actually both of you, go ahead and give me, and let's get you in the cameras first.
Yeah, so how strong do I perceive the host to be?
A little bit, like, somewhat stronger than the mall, but not amazing. It's not an A-level corp. It's like a shipping center.
Just do a single. 5 thumper dice, 5 hits on the mark.
Great. You succeed.
Great. So I just, what, is it just cameras I see on this host? Is there anything else I see?
I mean, you can see, like, they have files, like, there's no, it's a shipping center. Like, it looks like a lot of there's, like, automated machinery and things like that, kind of like drones and things but as far as you can tell, pretty much everything is related to what they do there. There are a couple of cameras facing the parking lot.
Great, so I'll just pull up those feeds.
Perception 5, I use 2 thumper dice.
Great.
I got 2.
Did you any thumper dice? No.
And I use 5 thumper dice.
So you kind of peer over the edge, and this part is not particularly hard to see. There was already there's a second van in the parking lot. You see a second van. Cromwell, you notice that there is a motorcycle. So the parking lot has 2 entrances. And there is a motorcycle towards the other entrance that is with the van. There are 2.
2 motorcycles?
2 motorcycles.
And 2 vans.
And 2 vans, one of which is the one you were tailing. On the motorcycles, you see there are 2 individuals. They're currently on them, kind of perched, clearly armed as far as you can tell. You do not notice the motorcycles, Elsie.
Okay.
All right. Looks like Elsie's right. Looks like an handoff.
Realistically, you guys probably did not make it all the way back to the base. So
no,
if you
we're
want to,
still driving. Or what do you want to do?
Do we not get to their?
It takes us longer. It's way longer to go back to the base than it is for them to get to
I mean,
the
you
location.
like when you made the decision, you were pretty close to behind them because
Here's the
Fang
thing.
continued to follow before you.
The mage who is following is probably just a runner what's delivering the goods to the people who hired them, right? We care more about who hired them than the runners.
All right, so I want to take stills of everything I see in the parking lot. I have a couple of threads I want to pursue, but the main thing I would like to do is assess whether or not there's any personas or deckers in the parking lot.
Yeah. You can give me a matrix perception for that one. Does anyone take any immediate actions upon realizing that there are 2 motorcycles?
I continued. I wasn't finished. There's definitely Uda and the Moff-2's definitely got security. They're armed. They've got motorcycles. They're ready to defend the package.
If it's going to take us a long time to get to the warehouse, then we should probably just try
Turn around again?
Yeah, you heard me. Do you want me to drive? I can drive.
No. Can I try to use the nitro boost in this?
There is literally nothing. This is realistically, this van is incredibly slow.
This is the kind of van you don't
This
take over a lake.
this is not.
This is a short. I know, because I used to drive a car like this, where it's like, no, it's good for 5-mile trips, but
let's be clear. Mordecai can get there astrally projecting. You will not be able to get there in time before this event is over.
I mean, what is the yes, I'm driving. I am driving there. I'm trying to go as fast as possible.
If I'm close enough, I would like to try to throw stick a tracker to the new van.
Okay. So
5 hits on matrix perception.
5 hits. There is definitely a couple of personas.
A couple.
Yes.
So, Cromwell, mainframe, do we want to engage them, or are we still just following?
I think, if we take them out now, we'll never know what's happened, and we don't have. My instinct is to get more data, is to try to figure out where they're going.
Like you said, we're pretty vulnerable. Best to try to track him. I think you're right.
I mean,
we've engaged in open warfare on the streets before, and it hasn't gone real well for us. So
we think we're outpowered here.
I am definitely outnumbered. There are multiple personas here, and I can't take them down all in one go. So,
we've got Cromwell.
If I sneak around, I might be able to get data from something. Or I can try to disable one of the vehicles, but as soon as they realize that they've been tampered with, they will probably come out guns blazing.
I mean, I could try to
One
take
thing
out...
you don't know for sure is you don't know who's which, what persona is which. So one is likely in one van and one is likely in the other van.
And one might be a researcher.
I mean, if we want to keep them from leaving,
they would not have their comlinks active.
Just try to disable their vehicles without actually engaging. But I think it outfight, we're outgunned, aren't we?
Well, and let the runners leave, right?
Outgunned.
All we really care about is who they're being delivered to. No reason to fight both teams at once.
So, as you are discussing and watching, both of the vans will open. The van that you had been tailing, you see 2 individuals. There's one kind of still in the van. They're clearly armed, and another one that will step out of the van who doesn't seem quite as heavily armed. And with them seem to be 3 people that match the description that you had for the researcher and their team.
Are they conscious or harmed in any way?
They are conscious, but they do not appear to be particularly with it. So they're not struggling actively. They're not really, they're just sort of standing there kind of dazed.
Do they have spells on them?
No. Not currently.
Okay.
You could make some other hypotheses. as to more long-term things you might do. So there's no current active spells on them. One of them you do definitely get an astral signature from, and it's the one who steps forward. Out of the other van, another 2 individuals step. Neither of them look to be the persona that you were watching. And they are wearing helmets, masked. You can't really identify them. They're very well armed. Kind of guys in black trench coats and ready. And they take the 3 individuals and put them in the back of the second van and close the door.
All right.
There appears to be kind of an exchange between the woman who talks to the individuals in the black suits, and then those 2 people get back in their van.
And I want to take as high-res imagery as I can of the second van. Can I get plates?
They do not have visible plates.
They're unmarked.
I'm just gonna get into position with the motorcycle to follow the new van. I'm not gonna engage, but I'm just gonna wait for them to leave and try to discreetly follow them.
Okay.
Someone's put out some nuyen on this operation.
Yeah, no kidding.
What is my assessment of the vehicle where the researchers are now? The strength of the device.
It is higher than the previous one was.
Is it like stupid high?
No, it's probably. I mean, it's probably better than Dinah.
It's stupid high.
Do you guys want me to try to mark this thing, and it might tip them off?
I say we follow it.
Are you going to attempt to throw a tracker?
I will. Is there a different way out, or are they likely to leave by where I am?
No. There's 2 exits. You notice that there's 2 ways into this parking lot.
I don't want to really risk like getting out in the light or anything, but if I can get close enough, I would like to try and throw a tracker.
Go ahead and give me a stealth.
All right.
You're pretty stealthy.
Yes.
I just feel that they're outmanning us. Like we're an adequate team. Like I feel like this is like Scarlet Fire level.
I'm gonna use an edge to reroll my misses.
Well, I mean, part of our pay was supposed to be and we're getting paid. Part of our fee is finding them.
Okay.
Another part is like retrieving, but I don't think that that's a smart
10.
move for us.
10. You sneak pretty close. There is no rustle and you're able to stick to the shadows. You think you have a reasonable shot at throwing something.
Then I will try to throw something. This is, I use my throwing skill, but the limit, since I'm throwing an object out of training in, I believe it's got a limit of 3.
Yep.
So I'm going to use another edge to do it. Does that seem reasonable? Is this like a really tough throw, or?
No, it's probably
Okay.
not that tough.
Then I'll just go for it.
You can get 3.
The vehicle hasn't started
Yep,
moving
3.
yet. Okay. So you're able to kind of toss it, and it lands on the back door. There isn't, without an audible thump.
All right.
And shortly after that, the vehicle will begin to drive away. And it's clearly got kind of the motorcade escort, right? A motorcycle in front and a motorcycle behind.
That's the van with the
People, yeah.
the new van.
The new van.
Okay.
The other one will return the way it came and will begin to drive off.
And I'll sneak back out to the street to jump onto the bike if you're coming that way.
Yeah, I'll pick you up.
Are we going to follow the other van to wherever it's going?
Yeah.
We need to keep a safe distance and not tag team on it so that we don't arouse their suspicions.
Okay.
We're really far behind.
It's good
that,
though,
so
'cause
it's
I'm
kinda-
going to suggest that
project his vision.
we join up with you guys so that we can switch to Dinah, because clearly Van Helshark is
can't keep. Like,
can't. I love her, but she's slow and patient, like me. So
Well, I probably need to keep in range of the
Yeah,
tracker.
because I gave you the RFID.
Yeah, so I can't stop for you guys. If you can catch up with us,
We'll
that's
just
great.
keep driving then.
Yep.
It will have more conversations.
All right. So as you're tracking it, the van and the motorcycles, what you presume, are still with them. Get on, kind of head a little bit in the opposite direction, and then kind of circumvent around, and eventually end up on I-5 South. And they are begin speeding up pretty quickly, and as at top speed as you can in Seattle traffic, they are on I-5 South.
I
From
ring Miss J. And I just say, "Hi, Miss J. I just wanted to give you an update. I'm in pursuit of a van.
Yes.
A very well-paid van. I just feel like it's time for someone to know where we are as we're going from location. I give her bring her up
your
to
emergency contact.
yeah. But just want to give
Unexpected.
you an update on what we've found so far.
So, you let these people get transferred to the higher security vehicle, despite the fact one of your mission parameters was to bring them. Never mind. That's fine. I'm sure it won't get harder from there.
We were outgunned.
Wait, what?
Well, the Red God didn't want us to catch up before it happened, and what the Red God wants, the Red God does.
Try to catch up before they turned up. You had.
Look, there is reason to be concerned that they're going to be taking them to an even more fortified location.
Oh.
Do we want to?
We can
Yeah, I think
intercept.
Maybe we
Get
should
me up there.
intercept.
I'll jump on the van.
Well,
No, I'm sure they won't. It seems highly unlikely that they would be hired to take them to a more secure location.
Miss J,
Are
the
you being
the
facetious?
Are you
sarcasm
being
filter
sarcastic?
on my comm
Completely
link is
facetious.
Okay, well, listen.
I'm sure you made all of that.
Listen, we've gone a whole 2 hours without arousing anyone's suspicion.
Well done.
Or or engaging in civilians being hurt. So.
I am glad. Good work.
Okay, Fang, new plan.
Okay.
Pull over into this parking lot here.
Okay.
I'm doing a Force 8 summon. I'm summoning Land Sharky.
Are we gonna catch up with a shark?
We are.
I've never been on the shark.
We're not gonna ride the shark. We're gonna run.
Wait, I'm
Elsie,
not.
changing plan. Speed up. I'm gonna jump onto the van using my Lightfoot ability.
Really?
Well, these are wait. A car driving right next to the other car, and then driving away looks pretty.
There's 2 motorcycles in addition.
All right, I'll jump onto the motorcycle using my heavy ass ability. And then we'll
I'm
have
just
two
saying,
boats.
why don't we just? Oh, because they're probably meeting more highly secured.
Just wait till we get there. We can all do it
We're
at the
gonna
same time.
We're gonna be there really soon.
Great.
Let's
Force
wait
eight
for
summon?
Mordecai and Fang
Yes.
to get here, and then so ready that action.
5, 6, hits.
Your net hits are 4.
Great. Land Sharky appears. He's this weird. He's this weird mixture of rock and stone and roads that are running all over him with tiny little vehicles that drive. And he has headlight eyes. And I nod to him, and he slams his rock fins down into the ground and sends a shock wave that hits both Fang and myself. So those are two separate services, and we are now running incredibly fast.
Wait, is our agility increased?
No,
Our
it's
movement
power.
speed has our movement speed is multiplied by 8. So
Nice.
we're.
I think that means you can move at about 100 meters. No, wait.
I could do
It's-
about 200 meters a
Hang on,
second.
I've got it.
Yeah.
I've got it written down somewhere here.
Or a combat turn.
Yes.
So, yeah, what's your
Tables within
agility?
tables.
My agility. So my running speed is 12, or my sprinting speed
what's
is
your
24.
agility?
6.
My agility is.
Your agility is 6. So yeah, you can walk at 86 kilometers an hour, run at 172 kilometers
Great.
per hour.
Yeah,
What's the sonic
you'll
barrier?
get there in 2 minutes.
Great.
Great.
You can catch up to the van.
Wants to, while she's driving an AR, running silently, attempt to break the vehicle that contains the people.
Great. How far away are you trying to stay from the vehicle?
With half kilometer.
Okay, you're gonna have about 3 noise in
Okay.
order to access the vehicle.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna data spike
Okay.
them. Actually, no. You know what? I will mark the vehicle,
Okay.
and I will go big or go home.
And I'm at a significant disadvantage because it's -5 between running silence and the 3 noise, and the -6. But I'm going to use a lot of thumper dice. We're going to use.
Good.
Yeah, we're going to use a lot of thumper dice. 10 or 12 or something.
Let's do that.
That's many. Okay. That's how many dice.
Dude, I'm so pumped for this. Like, I'm gonna be running so fast and then be able to shoot and like circle around the car while shooting at it. It's gonna be so fast.
I use 10
You do
thumper
run
dice.
a possibility of being hit by traffic.
Excuse me, this is your nice style.
Okay.
10 thumper dice, 8 hits, 3 marks. It's made very discreetly.
Super
extends-
discreetly, you succeeded placing 3 marks.
Sends a digital hand into the car and just kind of pulses, gets a grip on all those. So thank you, Thumpers. Mainframe now controls that vehicle.
Wait,
No, mainframe can now attempt to control the
But
vehicle.
3 marks is a lot of
Yes, it is. She is not the owner of the
She feels
vehicle.
like she controls it. That's the important thing to her.
so guys, we haven't done this in a really long time. We are very rusty on attacking while a car is driving.
Yep.
So,
Don't worry, Fang. We got
how
this.
far out are you, Mordecai and Fang? How far out? How long out are you guys?
30 seconds.
Okay.
We're almost there.
All right, let's do this simultaneously.
Yep. So mainframe, let us know when you're ready for us. Maybe I'm thinking, Cromwell, if you jump on the van, Fang and Mordecai, can you each take a motorcycle?
If they've got a Technomancer or Decker in there, they'll know the minute she attacks, so everything's in simultaneous.
Yep.
It is all happening now.
Let's roll.
Roll initiative.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm so excited.
I can still control the vehicle in VR. Yeah. Yes, my vehicle.
Can I use a point of edge to blitz?
That's what I'm doing.
I'm gonna do it. Lauren didn't say yes, but
I
I
love
said
how
yes.
you asked permission.
ow!
Oh no, that sounded sad.
I still got enough to do the thing I wanted to do, so just enough.
Sorry, I'm missing a card I thought I had out. There we go.
Do we also get a surprise? I'm a fast-moving orc that runs up to a motorcycle.
Nope.
What is the $60 million man style?
The world is just like blurring
Good.
around you.
Okay.
You're
My
running so
name's
fast.
Barry Allen.
About a year ago, I was in a science
right.
experiment. Became a
Cromwell.
Flash.
A 30.
Elsie.
28. I blitzed.
Nice.
Fang.
Blitz is
30,
when you
I
add more
also
dice to
blitzed.
your initiative roll.
You're also 30?
Sacrifice a point of edge.
We're in sync.
I know.
Mainframe.
Drops into Cold Sim VR to get 25.
Oh.
Mordecai.
33,
Sharky.
20.
All right.
We're really fast.
Multidimensional coprocessor.
Mainframe and Chroma, how far away are you guys?
I'm 1 kilometer away.
Okay.
I am presumably a lot closer.
Yeah, we're.
You hopped on the bike?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
I'm assuming you're driving from the right side, changing lanes as we are like running in the
I
carpool
thought
lane.
as soon as Miss J taunted us, it's like,
Perfect. All right. So you guys, so you see the motorcade, and there's the 2 cars, the 2 motorcycles, and they're kind of keeping a pace in the traffic. They're also doing the same thing that you are, and kind of that weaving, and they drop back and they kind of move forward. So they're very clearly like surveying the, and one of them drops back. And how did you try and stay behind the vehicle?
Yeah.
Okay, so one of them you notice drops back, and then he pulls a gun and immediately shoots at Cromwell.
Ah!
But he's in the chameleon suit.
and the
don't
connection
think-
doesn't do a lot when you're on a moving motorcycle.
One of you guys weren't stealthy enough when you were at the building, so they recognized you.
It was me.
Yeah.
I'll say
We made it, guys.
I rolled
You were
it. I
super
was super
stealthy. It was Elsie.
I know. I just didn't roll very well.
Nope. All right.
I was so overladen with all these things I had stolen.
My dodge is 5.
That's so.
You succeed in dodging.
All right, they know we're
Elsie,
here.
as the driver, you will need to take at least one control vehicle action in this combat turn.
Right.
Otherwise, you will crash.
Great.
Or just control the vehicle. All right. Next up is Cromwell. Unless,
He
Cromwell has.
technically goes first, I think.
How far is the cyclist who just shot at me?
Are you trying to jump onto the bike?
No,
Okay.
I
Are you
assume we're
on-
not get caught up.
You are not in melee range,
Right.
even with reach.
Yeah. But I'm within hatchet throwing range?
Yes. Yes. And basically, he kind of pulled back in traffic so that he was level with you, so you're like maybe a couple car lanes apart.
Oh,
There
okay.
are potentially civilian cars between you and him.
Oh.
This is a handling environment, so your handling limit will apply to any vehicle tests because there you are weaving through traffic.
Right.
Wait, his was 32.
33, actually. But that's...
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I hadn't put you in.
Yeah, because I was like,
you go. You go
Okay.
first. You,
So there's the motorcycle in front and the motorcycle behind.
yeah.
All right, Fang, you take the boobs, I got the butt.
great.
I'm gonna attempt to levitate the motorcycle while it's
Okay.
while it's going. So, and I'm going to use 5 thumper dice for this.
None of my grenades are explosive.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hits.
You succeed.
So I'm just going to like toss it right over onto its side.
Okay. It'll slowly begin falling over because it takes a few seconds for levitate to work.
All right.
So he will get a reaction to try and not fall off of it in a fiery crash on his turn. And you did the one in the front or the one in the back?
The one in the back. The
Okay.
butt.
He's gonna drop his initiative and use his reaction to jump onto a moving vehicle in traffic.
Well, he's gonna do
Nice.
that?
Yep. So he's gonna, as you
wow.
begin levitating it, and I mean, you can't see anything about him. He's wearing like his full body armor helmet. He feels the lift of the vehicle as you attempt to toss it over. He grabs onto the bars, swings himself over, and attempts to land on one of the passing cars.
Oh, he's bad.
This is the
Surfing
coolest
style.
fight. Is it?
There's a high pay grade here, guys.
This is what I want to do.
And he
when I grow
succeeds.
up.
There's a slight crunch of the top of the car as his feet depress into it.
Is this like another, like a Subaru?
Yeah, this is just like some poor soul, and you see them go "Ah!" as someone lands on their roof.
What's like how high speed is all of this? Like, are we in traffic or?
Yeah,
are we
I mean, it's Seattle evening.
It's like 9.
Yeah, it's like 9 p.m., so it's
Okay, so
probably
like
not
50
a lot of
miles per
traffic.
hour?
Yeah, you're probably at about 50 to 70 miles per
Nice.
hour.
But we can run that fast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you guys can keep up on foot.
This is
You will risk being hit by cars.
That's fine.
So on your turn, or at some various points, I will probably have you roll to not get hit by cars.
Sure. Give me what I want.
Yeah.
Save
Yeah.
some thumper dice for that.
No, it's no, okay.
All right. Cromwell.
All right. There's civilian cars that are going slower.
Yeah, you guys are
as
probably
we
going
wave
faster.
through.
Yeah. You're on motorbikes, so you're probably going the fastest.
I would like to fire my grapple gun into a civilian car in front of him so that the cable between my grapple gun and him pulls back and he has to go through the cable.
Yeah.
You want to clothesline him?
You want
Right.
to try and
Using
clothesline
civilians.
I
him.
want to try and
Okay,
close
so
him.
you're here. He was here on the bike. He jumps onto.
Oh, it's my guy who moved.
Yeah, because he hit the one in the back, and the one in the
He's
back
balanced on a vehicle
is
now.
he is balanced on a vehicle.
How good a grip does he have?
You don't necessarily know, but he definitely dented the top of the car. He's large.
Does it?
Like, do we think it's an orc? Large?
Probably larger than a human large.
Okay. So, dealing with somebody that might hit back.
Right. So, is there a truck or anything where I feel like the grapple thing is workable, or is it? If it's extremely unlikely, I'll just try to knock
It's
him
pretty unlikely.
off. Okay.
where you're at
In
right
that
now.
case,
Not without potentially risking yourself getting stuck to the like having to hold onto the grapple gun in a vehicle that's behind you. You're more likely, I think, to
and
lose your
the
gun.
motorcycle doesn't have enough mass to.
he's on an unarmored car.
Yes. With a civilian in it.
How fast are they going?
They're probably going about 50.
Like a flat tire is not going to kill him, but it's gonna
be like a 7.
it's gonna slow the driver down. Right?
Yep.
Actually, we're gonna be able to outrun this guy in
Yeah.
no time.
Yeah, so we don't actually have to engage him.
Yeah.
Let's get to the van.
He's done. So
In theory.
how far is the van?
The van's probably 20 meters ahead of you.
20 meters.
He was pretty close.
I want to try and fire my. Is there stuff on top of the van that I could get a hook on my grapple gun?
Not a great one, no. You'd probably have to pierce the van.
Why don't you want to let me get closer so you can hop on it?
Yeah, I will delay until.
Okay.
Here's what I'm trying to figure
Great.
out.
All right, you're delaying. All right, Fang.
Okay, I'm running up to the car, or the front motorcycle. I'm just like, shh. My helmet's on, of course, so you can't see the huge grin on my face. As I pull out my shotgun, and I'm gonna try to like jump onto the motorcycle. And as I do that, I just want to like slam the shotgun into the guy's spine.
Shotgun or shotgun?
Shock.
All right.
Yeah.
As in electrical charge.
Yeah, you're like.
Go ahead and roll your attack.
Like, the problem becomes that, like, I'm trying to do non-lethal, but it's a car accident on a 50 miles per hour. Like, that's how I feel about that. I'm so sorry about. Oh, really? Okay. Okay. Oh no. Okay. 4.
You don't make. It's a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then it's not. If it was a hand, it would be a contact. But it is not a gun. So
But-
he leans to the side, and your gun kind of goes past him.
Can I still grab my hand onto his shoulder as I do that? Like, is that-
You are now perched on the motorcycle.
great. That's all I can need.
Yep. All right.
Undelay.
Okay.
I throw a thermal smoke grenade onto the hood of the car with the orc.
Wait, no. Okay.
What?
Okay.
I want to blind him because he's going to try to jump on the motorcycle,
That's
on
fine.
your motorcycle before you can speed up. So I want to blind him.
Okay. Thermal smoke grenade. Go ahead and roll.
And I have to quick.
To get it onto a moving vehicle, the threshold of this is going to be higher than 3.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 6.
Okay, you succeed.
Okay.
Wow.
So it lands right where I wanted. Just thermal smoke, so it blocks.
Does it
thermal,
detonate on impact?
Yeah. It blocks thermal vision as well as.
Okay. All right. This is lovely. Mainframe.
All right.
It's not your turn. Sorry, that was a surprise.
Oh!
Someone is trying
What a
to
diss.
data spike you.
Oh, really?
Oh. Sorry. I'm realizing I made mistakes.
You have not made mistakes.
Oh yeah.
Seven hits.
You just succeed in fighting it out. They do not succeed. Thing that I wanted still. That's not the ones that I want. Now it is Elsie's turn.
What initiative are we on now?
Elsie's 28.
Yeah. So I'm going to use my turn to control my motorcycle since I have to do that every so often.
Okay.
And I'm going to do my handling. No, but I'm going to try to saddle up alongside of the van to get into position for Cromwell to do whatever he needs to do.
For a minute, I was really confused because I had D&D characters, and I was like, "There's no wolf here."
Wolf blade.
Wrong set of cards.
Oh.
All right.
Oh no.
Do I want it to be that?
Because I had to buy a new shotgun. This one
Yep.
doesn't have a connection to my brain.
Stuff's happening.
You notice I guess both of you probably see materializing is a
Of course.
spirit. This one takes the form of it's like it's got large, like it's a bird essentially, but like kind of menacing, and it looks like almost chimera-like, right? It's got it's not quite any creature that you would name. It's got a bird head. It's got like wings, but then like lion paws, and then like lizard legs. Like it looks like somewhere between a chocobo and a velociraptor, and a cat.
Oh.
And it is not materialized, but it appears.
So it's still on the astral.
It's still on the astral plane. It was just summoned, and it is
Big scary bird on the astral
sitting on
plane.
top of the van.
Probably
Or
gonna
right
stand
hovering
there.
above the van.
So it's hovering above the van?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and then that puts it at motorcycle guy. You are next to him. He is going to attempt to grab you and flip you off the motorcycle.
Okay.
So roll your reaction and intuition.
Normal dodge.
Yep. Turn to an unarmed attack. And I'm gonna add 2 thumper dice.
Seriously? Come on, dice. Come on. I'm gonna have to add 4 thumper dice to this. Because thumpers, I really want to be able to kick this guy off the motorcycle and not vice versa. That was a lot better, thumpers. Thank you. 7.
7? What is it with this? He has grappled you, but he couldn't flip you off the van.
Are we secretly like soulmates? Or
Yeah,
brothers
you
from
are
another
now like
mother?
hugging each other. It's gross. It's super gross. Cromwell might get jealous.
Check for berserk.
I don't know if that's how his berserker works, but if it did.
I think that's how Elsie's berserk works. I'm like,
Uh,
what? Why are you touching him?
Cromwell's outgrown most jealousy.
Fang is
Where
not.
where are you?
I'm running on the shoulder.
Running on the shoulder, but you're kind of parallel to the van.
Yeah.
You see like a small like gun port in the side of the van open up, and someone takes a shot at you.
Bad news.
For them?
Well, for everyone.
Oh no!
You can't see in the gun port, to be clear. It does not offer you line of sight into the van.
Is it just like a tiny hole? It's like. I guess that's what the name. Gun.
Oh, do you want line of sight into the van?
Potentially. 5 hits.
You dodge. God, I'm rolling terribly now. I was rolling super great earlier, guys.
Good.
Oh, that terrible. Mainframe, now it is your turn. I'm not actually attacking you.
Okay. Great. So I have a couple of options. Is it possible for me to do both the steering of my vehicle and steering of their vehicle in the same turn with fork? No? Can't do that? Okay, great. What do I see?
In terms of what are you looking for?
Persona and his relation and or their relationship to the vehicle.
The vehicle is slave to a device that probably would be a persona right now.
Okay, so
your
there's
guess
a
would be
persona
it's
controlling
a
the
rigger.
vehicle. And they attacked me. I would like to attack them back. I would like to and if I've got the vehicle marked, I think that means I've got marks on them.
Yep.
Which means I deal extra damage when I data spike them. So, let's do that. Here's what we're gonna do. We are going to use a pointed edge to reroll misses. Which is the fair number of them. That's better. I got 8 hits.
Your net hits are 2.
Great. So that's normally with hammer thing, that should be
How much do I need?
12 damage, but and then there's extra damage for the marks I have.
Yeah, I think it's 1 for every 2.
Or is it 2 for every 1 mark, or 1 for every 2 marks? Is strange.
Yeah, it's
odd.
Wait, what is it?
Is it 1 for 1?
Data spike.
Matrix is coming.
Yeah, it is. I can't remember exactly if it's 1 for 1 or not. I think it also depends. It's probably 1-for-1, but it might depend on what programs you have installed. So just say that it's 14.
That seems good.
Thankfully, he's got that installed.
Ooh.
Nice.
Wait, no! I just realized what I was going to.
Not nice.
I was like, yay!
Okay. You see there's a little bit of damage. A little bit of damage.
And I had Tantrum loaded on my deck, so that persona will be nauseous.
Okay.
Good.
All right.
Because that's sick.
Sharky.
So Land Sharky floats over to in front
Oh,
of the...
sorry. The spirit materializes.
Oh, all right. In the meantime, Land Sharky floats to in front of the van. He hasn't been directed to deal with the spirit, so does he looking in the van? Does he see a driver, or is there no driver?
He can't see in.
He can't see in.
Nope.
Okay, in that case, he
The glasses. Mirror glass.
He is going to take his rock fins and slam them on the ground in front of the vehicle and attempt to slow it down.
Okay.
So this has to meet half the vehicle's body.
In net hits?
In hits to, like, that's the threshold for
Okay.
it to succeed. And I'm gonna go ahead and add 5 thumper dice. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
He has to meet the threshold as half the body?
Half the body.
He fails.
So he slams it and nothing happens.
Great.
All right.
All right. Top of the initiative,
Oh my
Mordecai.
goodness, I'm so ready. But it's not my turn, but I'm
It's not your turn, Mordecai.
I am so ready.
It's my turn.
Yep.
Oh, okay, I delay.
Okay. Fang.
Okay, so this is the new spark gun that I had bought after losing one at brunch, and it's not smart linked.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna throw it on the ground and then use my shock hand and just grab at his neck, like do one of those like swing around.
Okay, he's wearing a helmet.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
trying to
you
get in
can't-
that like this area, like
Okay.
rogue style of like just.
You're gonna have to make that a called shot.
Yeah.
So take a -4 to your roll.
Great. I'm going to add. Get this. How many can I can add as many as I want? I'm gonna add 8 thumper dice because I want to be the coolest kid in town. I'm so excited to do this. I love to murder.
Did you say I love to murder?
No,
Exactly
no,
what you
That's
said.
exactly-
That is what you said.
Quoted.
Like, oh, anything? Oh, okay. We're fine. We're fine. Here's this 8 thumper dice.
You can reroll.
Oh, that's much better.
Guys, I'm pretty sure we got edge.
Yeah, I think we may have edge.
Oh, so do I.
7.
You miss.
No. 7.
I'm ready to take
Wait,
my turn.
does the -5 affect before or after? Does the
It's your
minus
total dice pool. So whatever you roll
no,
with, you
your
take.
minus. I have -5, so it says
It's only if you hit. Only if you hit does he take a -5 to his initiative.
I'm gonna be grouchy, but I understand.
Yeah.
I'm ready to take my turn.
All right, Mordecai.
So I'm running along on the shoulder. The spirit is above the van. I'm going to wind up and throw a ball of lightning at both the spirit and the van.
You recklessly spellcasting?
Nope, just regular.
Oh, right. Yes.
We'll do this at force 9.
Okay.
So my hits are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means there's 3 net hits because I'm able to get it where I want it to, which means there will be 12 electrical damage to both the spirit
Nice.
and the van.
Okay.
Armor piercing -9.
Can I have that?
How much damage?
12 armor piercing -9.
The van is not even scathed.
All right.
The spirit, let's find out. The van like sparkles at you, like it pristine waxing.
It's
its
it also
surface.
does.
It doesn't do matrix damage if it
No
resists
matrix damage.
the physical damage.
Charges do I get?
The spirit takes a little bit of damage, so it'll drop its initiative. Because it had armor piercing. The bird growls.
The mana channels through me, but it doesn't.
You did
cause
get
any
edge, in
damage.
case you guys were wondering. It did happen. You're welcome. All right.
Strong spirit.
That puts it at Cromwell's turn.
The spirit looks is being attacked. Is it looking directly at me? I want to jump onto the van.
Yes, the spirit is facing behind, although it is just attacked from the side, so its attention may now be turned to the person that threw a lightning bolt at it.
I would like to try to jump onto the van in a place where it can't just like knock me off, if possible.
You may jump onto the van. It won't be able to knock you off until its turn,
Okay.
most likely.
I leap onto the van.
Great.
Would you like a? What is that? Athletics? Or is there? Oh yeah, I have a jump.
Gymnastics.
Yes.
Yeah, gymnastics.
Perfect.
Gymnastics. Da-da-da-da. And I am totally gonna use 4 thumper dice because I don't really want to screw this one up.
I feel that.
A whole lot. And I'm glad I did. Thank you, thumpers. 5. 3 of those were thumper dice.
You succeeded.
Nice.
You land on the top. You're not in the most stable position, but you're on it.
Essie feels the difference on the mic.
edge.
It's a troll.
Thankfully, you were controlling it previously.
Yes.
That's the one I want.
Oh my goodness.
How close are you to the spirit?
As far away as I was able to jump,
Okay, you're pretty close to it.
which is
Great.
probably pretty close.
Yeah. All
Probably
right.
has an aura. I'm guessing.
What would make you say that?
Well, we would be able to see it.
Yeah. Oh, it had an aura. You didn't ask me about it. Yeah, it has an aura. It'll hurt real bad when it attacks you. Great. Yeah, because this is the one. It's like a fiery bird, in case. That'll help you. Sort of. It's a weird relationship that it has.
It's a
Oh,
velociraptor.
you summoned water.
It's a spirit of-
It's a fire spirit.
It's
So
a
you did
fire
not summon a
spirit.
water sharky, right?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
It's land shark.
Land sharky.
Let's keep
You
going.
specified that.
Unfortunately,
All right. Mainframe. Actually, they are going to erase the marks.
They can do that?
Yeah.
Wait, before
erase mark is an
Mainframe's turn?
action.
They can erase a mark at a time, I think.
I think yes.
Unless they restarted the device.
But then the car would shut down.
Yeah, I know.
It's okay.
Oh, get them to do that.
Yeah. Knowledge test them. Do they know how to take off marks?
Actually, they're just gonna jam your signal.
Oh, even worse.
So all of you are now at. Let's see what the.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Fang needs this. Don't do this.
There is now 6 noise.
Oh, that doesn't affect me, does it?
Yes, for all of you.
For talking, but not
For-
for my wireless reflex.
Anything using our
Anything
electronic
using
wireless
electronics and wireless. There is now 6 noise
You can
within
shut
a
off-
100-meter radius.
stuff. You can
of,
shut off the wireless.
Yes, of the vehicle.
That messes with everything.
Yup.
Now, does my noise reduction attack
You
reduce?
cannot reduce noise unless you are running a rigor command console. Which I've gotten wrong several times. All right, next up, the guy, car surfing. In the cloud of smoke, you do not. I guess you probably see this with your ultrasonic vision. You hear the whiz of a cable and the thunk as metal lands on the side of the van, and he leaps forward using his grappling hook and flies onto the van.
Who are these guys?
They are guys. They are men in black helmets and like cargo gear, and he lands
We are the men
on the
in
top of
black
on the
helmets.
vehicle,
And cargo gear.
and he is holding onto his magnetic.
Train with them?
grapple
But
gun.
can I become their
All right.
Get a
Oh.
grapple gun. Sweet.
You're my apprentice.
Santa just arrived.
That then explodes, so you can't use it. Puts it away. All right, Elsie.
Thank God.
All right. So tell me. So we've got one agent on the roof.
Yep.
of the van, we've got 2 materialized spirits.
We've got Sharky and their spirit on
Their
top of the
spirit,
van.
the Chimera. Yeah.
Yeah, the Chimera.
And then
The Fire Mira.
Fire Mira. Famira?
Chimera.
And then
The motorcycle at the front with Fang wrestling.
There's so much of this going on.
There is a
I
lot.
I know a lot about this person.
Yeah, they're a woman. Let's just go with that. You have felt that. You're like, yeah. Oh, do you have one of those
Did you-
bras?
Yeah, it is nicely
You
cupped.
didn't yield for boobs.
Did not yield for boobs.
oh man. So
Your boobs had no power over me.
so Elsie's like, man, these guys are the worst. They're like, here is Becky, and like here are these guys. Like they're like starting to pass Becky on the worst freeway.
You are, to be clear, they have a job. You are the ones attacking them. Okay. All right.
We have
Wow.
a job too. They're just impeding it.
So do I have, from where I am on my motorcycle, do I have line of sight on either dude grappling her or dude on top that
Your
just...
best line of sight would be the guy on top of the van.
Great. I am going to just pull my... I'm going to just use my small pistol for this.
Okay.
I'm going to take a shot at him. I'll use my Ares light fire and take a shot at this guy. And I'm going to use 5 thumper dice.
Yeah, we've just done 10.
So he's got a helmet on, and he's got, like, is there, I'm looking to see, like, is there a place that is less armored that I can take a shot at?
You try to make a call shot for vitals. Yeah, but you could probably, like, there's, creeks in between where the armor sits, or like crevices that you could attempt to get in between.
Great. I'm gonna target a crevice.
All right. Yeah, you are.
I take -4 to my dice pool.
Ugh.
Right?
Yeah.
For called shot. Great. Which I'm gonna add 5. Please. Ooh. Oh yes. You know what? Elsie's going down the freeway, wind in her helmet, and she just stole some stuff. She's feeling pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
She sees like jerkbag, like who's gonna like, he could have just like stayed in the smoke cloud on the car, but
Coulda.
no, he's gonna bug her troll. So she just like
Okay.
pulls out a gun. Actually, she probably's got it in her quick draw. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nice.
So she's like, and takes a really clean shot at him. So I got 7.
You missed.
7 is not enough, which is stupid.
Ah.
It is stupid.
So he, especially him, the other way, I mostly got lucky. He like to the side as you swerve on the van.
Who are you? It's like Zorro.
I mean, yeah, he's probably got a Z, like like there's just
Spray
you could
painted?
just look. No, it's not spray painted. It looks like there's like sliced, like someone tried to cut him with a katana, and they just managed to cut a Z into his scratch it onto his helmet.
Man, these guys are good.
Yeah, it's almost like this was the harder version of this encounter.
Yeah.
No.
Almost.
All right,
earn it. We'll earn
next
our
up,
money.
the
My God. Girl. Gal.
what happens?
Friend pal.
Friend pal.
Friend pal. But they have to control the vehicle.
No, it's not them. It's this other person who I'm trying to decide what they're gonna do. I just need line of sight
You definitely have it.
on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Bring it.
let's see which one I want it to be.
This line of sight's a problem.
We just cut out all their eyes.
Okay. Roll logic and willpower thing.
Oh shit.
Are you sure?
Yep.
There's no.
Shit.
There's nothing else involved in
I didn't.
this.
Oh.
Well, joke's on you. I got 4.
Uh-oh.
That's
not enough.
Don't roll that many dice.
You hear in your mind
Oh.
a thought
Okay.
that just says, "What am I doing here? Like, why am I here? What purpose do I have
Yeah.
in
I
this
have a new
attack?
bra.
She does that all
I
the
should
time.
I should just get off this bike and and leave.
Oh, like just go home?
Yeah, just go home.
Okay,
Oh,
of course.
And you're gonna feel that for number combat turn.
Are you sure?
3 combat turns.
That's a lot.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
All right. Next
No,
up.
these aren't rounds, right? These are pieces of the turns.
Yeah, that is
use
3 combat
If
turns.
I blitz, do I go now or it just moves me to the top of the next turn?
I don't know if you can.
if you've already gone once in the initiative,
Seize the
pass,
initiative?
Seize the
you
initiative.
can't. You
Okay.
you won't get
Yeah.
to go again.
Yeah.
Got it.
All right. That puts it at the guy on the bike. He doesn't know that you feel this need to
Yeah,
just sort of
gal
leave.
on the bike.
The gal on the bike, and
Whatever.
she is again. We're in a wriggle roll, and she's gonna attempt to Actually, she has to control the vehicle, so she's gonna control the vehicle. Mainframe.
I will also control the vehicle.
Okay. Sharky.
Sharky is going to take another attempt to slow down the vehicle.
Okay.
We're gonna use more dice this time. I'm gonna I'm going to spend a point of Thumper Edge to reroll.
And it's
the
half body,
misses.
right?
Pardon?
Half
Yeah,
body.
It's half body.
Yes, 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 yes.
Fuck. And I'm also going to spend my remaining 9 Thumper dice.
Oh.
Oh.
Too bad this is not a resisted test.
1, 2, 3, 4,
good
That's
job,
good. Yeah.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hits.
Oh.
Still not. Holy shit, how strong is this van?
You're really close.
Is it 12? I bet it's 12.
Count
again. Count-
Sharky
count again.
angrily
This
pounds
is
on-
5.
Yeah, I know. That I rolled really bad on the...
But I thought you gotta reroll the misses.
All right.
And I still rolled bad.
The spirit at the top is going
Here,
to.
is this the top?
No, the spirit
Oh,
had
on the top.
lost initiative.
So
The
angry.
spirit
I will
on the
seize
top of the
initiative
van.
when we get to this.
And then actually something happens before that. The sides of the van open and slide down, and 2 drones fly
shit.
out and begin flying backwards towards
That's fine.
Dinah.
The doors are open. Now we can go
No,
in.
no. There were just panels on the side. The drones came out of it, and they
drones.
slide back up.
Drones.
You made your choices. Live with
He
it.
didn't be like, hey, be careful, players. This is fair.
Nope.
But
All right. And that goes here. They are going to move into position and are now hovering above Dinah. And the spirit is going to lash out at you with its fiery wings.
All right. We'll try. I really don't want to be hit by this. I'm gonna use 4 Thumper die.
I really want to hit him with this.
I'm gonna use an edge to reroll my misses.
do it. Use that point of action.
And my dodge is 10. About as high as I can get.
That's yeah.
Grommel's not good against fire spirits.
Why?
He can hit them hard, but they can beat the crap out.
Why?
I'm also going to use the spirit's edge to reroll its misses.
Wait, how do you have? Oh, it has edge because
It hits
Well, it's
here.
the summoner's edge.
it's a Fiera. Guy Fiera.
Okay. You are going to resist
Good tip.
very few net hits, but never mind. 22 physical damage, armor piercing -7.
Armor piercing -7. It's fire damage,
Fire damage.
Oh shit.
which is a little better because I have good fire protection.
You do?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
It's how many? I'm sorry, say it again.
22.
22.
Holy shit. What forces the spirit?
Cromwell, catches on fire. And he rolls really well. Actually, I'll spin an edge not to die.
Wait, what?
That's a lot of, I can't resist that much. That's what Cromwell is. So, let's see, I get to reroll misses then.
Would you actually have died?
Pretty close. I wouldn't have died. I would have been knocked out on top of a van.
That was your overflow should not have
With
flown.
that, I take, he still looks very hurt. You hear him scream out, but he's still hanging in there.
Oh my god.
Fang,
And Cromwell said, I guess I don't talk yet.
did you want to seize the initiative now?
Are we at the top? Cromwell says,
To be clear, you go after Fang and Mordecai, so there is no NPCs in between you
I'm
and your
tired ahead of
action.
Fang.
No, because you delayed.
Oh, yeah,
so you're
that's
now
right.
after Fang.
I'll wait then.
Okay, I would like to use a memory test to remember what I was doing.
No, you are under the influence spell.
Then I just step off the bike and casually walk. Do I use my spell magic? Can I just
Yeah,
walk it?
I think you start walking at the speed that you're at.
Great. I just pass by everyone else and be like, when I get home, I have a bubble bath and a book.
No.
Yep. Mordecai.
Okay, I saw the spell being cast. I take it I could.
Yeah, they're inside the van. You do not have line of sight on the caster.
No,
because it is
but
a one-way view.
I can see Fang.
Yep.
I take it. So I'm going to counterspell this. But first, I'm going to use my free action to say that I intend to use my spell defense dice to help out anyone I can see, which is the reason I couldn't help her before.
Yeah.
So let me make sure I'm doing this correctly. So this is going to be against the force of the spell plus the caster's magic.
Oh.
So...
Is it a...
No, that's fine. That's fine.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits.
You do not succeed.
Oh, so...
You have to... Oh, it's a resist. It's a pose test.
opposed.
Oh, okay.
It's a pose
Sorry.
test.
I thought you had to threshold.
Nice.
Um,
And then what this will do is if it succeeds, it will reduce the net hits of the spell by the number of net hits. And then I'm going to have to take the drain of the spell being cast.
Of your counterspell. Yes.
Basically, no, the spell that was cast, I'm going to have to resist the drain of it.
Okay, so
add
because...
4 thumper dice.
So you will take the drain that they inflicted on themselves to be able to undo it.
Basically, yeah. It's as if I were casting the spell and siphoning the mana off of the spell that was cast and into myself.
How many hits did you get?
7.
So you reduced the hits by 1.
All right, and what was the force of the spell?
7.
All right, so I'm probably 2, 3.
Okay. I only have one more wandering turn.
Yes. The whole next combat turn. Because you're moving at your movement speed, which is about 200 meters per combat turn. How long does the movement power last?
As long as
Sharky.
sustains
Yeah.
it. So
I'll just turn around and take 2 turns to walk back.
Yep.
thanks to my centering and my towel, I'm able to resist the the force of the spell that I'm trying to drain into myself.
All right, Cromwell.
Cromwell says, that thing, it's harder than a dragon. There's no way we can take it down. We've got to retreat. Actually, he might be berserk. I forgot to check.
Is it when he takes damage or just
when he or...
Oh, Cromwell loves himself.
I take it back. Cromwell's berserk.
There's a mage in the van. If we can get the mage, then the spirit will...
But then we still have 15.
I don't really have a choice but to attack the person who attacked me, which happens to be a burning fire spirit.
Yeah.
So, by the rules, Cromwell just attacks the fire spirit.
I think that means you're gonna have to resist its
fire aura.
Fire aura.
I don't think Cromwell's
Which is
actually
its
ever
force.
fought one of these, so
Yeah.
he doesn't know. And he's berserk, so
I mean, it's a lot lower. It just adds to its damage. Its fire aura is its force.
his attack is down
Force
a bit.
is 2, right?
He gets 4 hits on it.
4 hits?
Due to being very injured. You see a smoldering Cromwell, just in Frank Miller style, just like black smoke, like stand up and attack the
You miss and have to resist 7 physical damage.
7 physical.
Armor piercing -7.
I was like,
piercing
7's not
7.
bad.
That's out of
In case you
it.
couldn't tell, it's a 4/7 spirit.
Oh, okay.
Yikes. Cromwell passes out on
Wait,
the van.
on the van.
Great.
Oh no.
As after Cromwell does that, the van is going to. They actually reboot the device, so they
Van stops.
turn off the van. Does not stop. They switch it over into manual. And so the marks you have disappear, and it begins speeding forward.
And I should say Cromwell doesn't have a hold, so I assume he falls.
Even if he doesn't fall, the guy on the top of the van kicks him off.
Right.
And he lands on the ground, tumbles in the road.
Okay.
Cars screech behind them as they aim to stop.
I
out
will
if
have
they
to
hit him.
burn an edge to survive this for sure.
Yep.
So
And he smacks on the ground. The van begins pulling away faster, the spirit riding on top of it. Elsie.
Elsie's like sees the whole thing happen and is just like, where's Cromwell? Where's Cromwell?
You're probably able to catch up with him pretty fast as he's on the ground in front of you.
Okay.
Traffic is stopping. Like there's clearly a fight, an accident. Cars are pulling over. At least someone like rolls over, hits the barrier, flips onto its side. There's multiple cars backing into each other, rear-ending. You probably take a control vehicle action to swerve out of the way.
3.
You manage just in time to swerve. You have to kind of pull the bike to the side. You lose a lot of your momentum as you see the car pulling over, pulling up, or away into the distance.
I'm
to
gonna
weave its way through
collect
traffic.
Cromwell as best I can.
Mange is not going to do anything. They seem pretty content.
Well, golly.
The gun is out of the gun port is
Yeah,
going to take
yeah.
another shot at you. I'm going to add 3 thumper dice.
Oh, come on.
No, it's fine.
Oh, no.
What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, what's the worst that could happen?
Well, we've got our 2 tanks are out of the game.
Our DPS
and-
is leaving. Our tank is
Yep.
a
5
cinder.
hits.
You need to resist 11 physical damage, armor piercing
God.
-2.
I'm like a mid tank.
Yeah, mainframe lost control over the device.
Armor piercing
Elsie's not
-2.
following the van anymore. Basically, Mordecai.
6
is
damage. Yep. I take it pretty bad. I do not go berserk.
Oh, thank goodness.
Mainframe.
I want to get the van in a position so people can get in it and we can get the fuck out of here.
You're able to kind of get through the traffic with enough like yelling and screaming and honking, and probably some like rage moving other cars out of the way, just like forcing them, and pull up alongside Elsie and Cromwell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I can't get him out
And
on
I
the
send a message to everybody that just like, get in! Not that anybody's paying any fucking attention anymore because you're running and you're unconscious and you're hurt, but just get in the van!
Sharky.
Oh, by the way, Cromwell has a dog wagon, so dog wagon's going to be showing
Yep,
up.
it's on its way.
But does it take 5 minutes?
Yeah, they're HQ.
The HDR already started showing up about
Wait.
the time a firefight happened on I-5.
Would he have shared that information? Is it better for us to just leave him for would we know if it's better to just leave him for Doc Wagon at this point?
That is not a decision I can make for you.
Elsie would know that Cromwell has
You-
the dock
you would.
wagon.
Like Elsie would know,
I
but
would-
that
I would
is a
share it with
character
you.
decision.
Okay, so then before that last action, I think then it would just, do you got this or do you need
I can't leave him. I
Do you
can't-
want me to stay or are you?
You do what you need to do. We're okay here. I'm just gonna wait for them to arrive.
Okay, so she pulls over to him.
Okay.
Mainframe pulls over to him. Because
He
you're
does not have a
running-
talk wagon.
It's okay.
Away.
It's cool.
You're fine.
Wait 0.9 seconds and I'll turn around.
Can I, curious, can I have any sway on Fang?
Probably not without spending a point of edge. But you are not near enough her. You
Yeah.
probably
We're
don't know
on
what's
comm.
happening to her.
Okay.
You may not even entirely be aware that she's she's going in the
Oh, I
opposite
think I saw her
direction.
because well,
You wouldn't necessarily
maybe
know
not.
why.
Maybe not.
Sharky, just
Yeah, Sharky, I mean, he's gonna keep doing the thing that he was
Okay.
instructed to do, so he's gonna try again, and I'm not.
in which
yeah,
case
he's- He slams the ground, doesn't do it.
the drones that were near your van take a couple of pop shots at your tires.
Okay.
What do you want me to roll?
You roll your drive.
Okay.
Driving skill.
Is that? I don't use that a lot. Okay.
That's 5.
I'm gonna roll some dice.
You can do it. Don't. I would like you to get away. Would we be arrested for? We would totally be arrested for this, wouldn't we? We're on I-5. We're a gunfight on I-5.
Yeah, and Knight Errant would arrest both parties or whoever
Yeah.
they catch.
But we're all here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. It's okay.
I'm also going to spend a point of edge to reroll misses because I just don't want that. That's a thing.
Dog Wagon would actually fight Knight Errant off with the contract I have.
Really?
So there's another court.
Also,
7
I can
hits.
probably help talk.
One of your tires misses one of your tires and kind of shots the ground around it. The other one, it lands a solid shot into, and the tire deflates. So you were able to get away, but you're going to be slower.
Okay. Are they still running at speed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, then I just leave.
it's more that you can't chase the van, and the drones retreat back into the distance. And with that, the spirit will begin engaging Sharky, and they probably will mutually assure destruction each other. So we will cinematic
Wait,
our way out of this.
can I-
Fang eventually realizes, and probably around the time that the movement power wears off on her,
Are
because
you
Sharky
kidding
is
me?
gone.
Fine.
And
There goes my cool move.
Fang is maybe about half a kilometer away from where this happened. Suddenly, with the memory that the bubble bath and the wine are not what she wanted. The book, sorry. She wanted the murder. Cromwell is unconscious and will get picked up by Doc Wagon. Elsie will go with him. Mainframe and Mordecai are both able to get out in time, so none of you are going to be picked up by HTR or Knight Errant that show up.
-8 thumper dice.
All right, thank you. However, the target, the van, the research scientists, and their mysterious captors have gotten away.
We lost.
You begrudgingly will be given the 6K New Yen each for finding them and for filling them in on as much information as you can provide. But given you did not recover any data or any individuals, they are disappointed and are unlikely to want to work with you again in the future and cannot pass on a good recommendation as a runner team. Miss J will not really say anything. She'll thank you for your effort, and
She won't even talk to us.
We sent her the.
thank you for your effort. I'm sorry it didn't work out.
we
that
send them
you
the
weren't
leaves?
able to get the information. They'll appreciate the leaves, but it certainly is not what she was asking for. So, MMFEC mostly lives to run another day. And that is where we shall leave you for this week's episode.
So depressed.
Bummer.
I think that was the worst loss we've had since the explosion and being shot at by
I got
Becky.
taken out in pretty much one hit, so
Yeah.
obviously
let's
we missed
read
the,
some tips.
the chance to take out the easy team.
At least they
yeah.
did not die. How true.
Yep. Can't win them all.
All
Nope.
died.
So there are choices that people make in RPGs, and those choices come with consequences,
Yeah,
different outcomes.
don't call us. We'll call you.
Oh my gosh.
We'll-
Talk about like fair
call
weather
you.
friends
We're
here.
seeing other runners.
They're
are going to leave MFEC a bad review on Shadow Yelp.
To be clear, the marks, the tracker gets disabled. The RFID no longer works.
I don't think we want to follow him.
I feel like we went into the wrong zone.
Yeah.
You were in an
come
open
here at a
world
higher-
environment and
yes.
you went into the wrong dungeon.
Yeah.
Let's read some tips. Thank you so much, Thumpers, for being here and for joining us and for helping make this just an amazing experience.
The moon rules, we know the corporate ones happened. We were trying to fit them in, and I think just because of the movement.
Some of it, also the timing did not work out super well because people... Pro tip, guys, if you have corp runs, send them information to us or poke us and tell us to make sure that you have the information before Monday night. We're human beings with real lives, and I'm not saying this to be passive aggressive. You're all wonderful people, but we need information earlier if we're gonna do the thing.
We try. Do we get a
subscriber?
Where's the dancing music?
Where's the subscriber music?
I don't remember anything. New subscriber.
New subscriber. This is the Macarena now.
We're all doing a different version of it.
Okay.
All right, Sam. We'll see
Oh,
you
I think I
later.
remember it now. It took a long time to do it.
I'm trying to do the
Keep it
Macarena.
together, Lauren. 10 more minutes.
I'm glad it took us that long to remember the song.
All right, let's do the tips.
Oh my
And
goodness.
just the tips.
Oh my goodness.
That was rough. I need a...
William_TW, here are 6 dice from #Neonet to help you all. Go Mordecai, Mainframe,
Thank
Fang,
you.
Elsie, Cromwell, go Lauren.
Nice. Thanks, William. And that reminds me, check out the Wikia.
Yeah.
Yes.
Find out tons of stuff about all our plots, all the stuff that's happened before, a lot of the background stuff, and William does a great job of keeping it up to date. In fact,
Yes.
better than us at helping him keep it up to date.
But nothing
Yes.
about this run. Let's just never mind.
Corpsins.wikia.com.
I'll write up the alternative fiction, the AU.
Is
Ultimate
this Team
facts.
Zorro? Or is this the Zoros?
Sure, this is the
I'm gonna call them
Zoros.
the Zoros.
You can call them the Zoros. Paladin Hulk, #Lauren is most definitely not the least cool. Frowny face. Thanks, Paladin.
Is that what we lost?
Osaka-shan, the red god is cool. Now officially cooler than Cromwell. 5 dice to #Lauren.
All right, last time I ever say anything about.
No, keep doing it. Worked out great for me.
I've got one edge left before I can't come back.
Techie Carrier, all hail the red. Psych, all hail the Muppet Mafia. 1 dice to #Mainframe from #Neonet.
Thank you, take care.
I like the sneaked. We sneaked it in.
Yeah.
Mitsula, 1 die for #Fang from the Punformers. Punformers, wordplay in disguise.
There we go.
That's Transformer noises. Thank you.
Trooper SJP. Seattle Street News heard through the grapevine that Magic might need some tips. Tip 1. The Twin Peaks water park is probably haunted by Evil Bob. Don't visit it even if the pie is excellent. Tip 2. Danger butts crossing. #Mordecai. #sinless.
Thank you.
To be clear, is that danger butts crossing or is it danger butts
No.
crossing?
The
it's
danger part's in the
reversed.
front, and it's just really
It's
bright.
like danger : butts crossing.
Butts crossing.
That's a little word.
Yeah, like, is it like eat shoots and leaves? Let's go eat grandma. Like, where does the comma go in this sentence?
What?
No, it's
Have you
danger,
heard that? Like, depending on where you put a
Is
comma
it like a
in
road
sentence
sign
can
where it would
really-
be butt crossing, or is it?
Yeah, is it like butt crossing or like danger butt crossing?
No, it's danger.
You guys, Mordecai is
danger
too
butt
sad to
crossing.
think it's sad.
I can
Wah, citizen! Oh, wait, sorry. Osaka-shan, 2 dice to resist thievery or to successfully achieve thievery. Either way, #Elsie.
Thanks, Foxy.
Wah, citizen. Making women cry and running wage slaves day like a boss. #Elsie. #Cromwell.
Yep.
Trooper SJP. Conversationalist asked SSN for some tips on a certain van. 1 tip from #Elsie. We've got it about 100 meters ahead of you. It's getting off 522 right now. #Mainframe. We also have a tip for you. Here's the link to the traffic cam. It is currently on. Thanks. Super lot. #Cromwell for the fight to come. #Wuxing.
You needed that.
Yeah, well,
8-0 Tillin.
didn't.
I needed
I'm-
about 50 dice, so I appreciate
Feeling this
it.
new team. Some dice for the most fast and furious escapades. Hashtag Lauren. Thanks. That helped a lot. I might not have actually hit Cromwell in that case. If that it.
See, there are consequences, Thumpers. When you give the red god dice, terrible things happen.
Terrible or
Terrible.
wonderful?
I
So-
didn't even hurt
so-
anybody in that
so
fight.
sad.
I
A
didn't
friend
hit
in
anyone.
gore. Let's see what you've learned. Hashtag Elsie.
Apparently not enough. Sorry.
Thistleweed. So I didn't get an invite to your birthday party. Lame. Hashtag Elsie.
I didn't put the guest list together. My guardian did. He didn't know, and I'm sorry.
Demolition 1. Hashtag mainframe. Do what you can with these sprites. Looks like you need them.
Thank you, Demolition.
So guys, thank you so much for all of the tips and the subs and being here and being amazing thumpers. Stay tuned, and also we ran long. I hope that was worth it. Stay tuned at 10 p.m. We have Odyssey Hour with Zach and Johnny Cruz. Lucy. Oh, again, someone please get him to say that so I can just pretend that voice line exists.
We'll put it on our voice chat, then we'll repeat it.
Yeah, please. I implore you, and then tweet it at me. It's all I ask for. I don't ask for much, except murder and a voice line. Beyond that, let's sign off and say who we were.
Yeah.
Let's go in the opposite direction.
Hi, my name is Dan Poslins, at Dan Poslins.
I am Cheryl, aka Muppet Aphrodite, on Twitter and Twitch.
Hi, I'm Claudia. You can find me at Jackie Dash on Twitch and Twitter. JAKIDASH.
I am Janine. I am at Admiral Asma.
I am Tony Beeman. I am at Tiny Beeman.
And I am Lauren. I'm at Random Tuesday. You have been watching Shadowrun Corporate Sins on Hyper RPG, and we will see you again next week.
Bye, guys.
Y'all are great. I